2018 me no ASK FM me na se mo kan no me kai pa me interview no say hey se wo hia wo bi a wo ye appointee na ban dwumani wo say wasi mansion baburu mienu miensa asa voice ya mayira na me ya pa ka ba bi a mebo ka mebo dodo asem we de bia ringi mitrim wasi mansion be ya miensa na se ni pai wato 4x4 be mienu ne yiri di bi kodwem onu di bi fa in fa se de wasi kirem mani ache ho wasi wo hia se nipa no a o kronfo ese ye chi no voice de obumpe mami o obumpe mami ero akusi buafo good morning
fine morning
bibi aboko de
boko
ye da okropon ase pa abusia
sonzo ho ye
me ho ye pa dom ne mpa bo ye ho ye ikrekregu kakra na ye wabeto suni
yeah
I mean ye kan adwuma ho asem and utie de course wo dan kwame danso a this is not the first time. In fact, we have youth almost storming institutions, state institutions, and particularly when it comes to court, court dying, mabunu bawuramnya kukurusa, na o share unemployment rate ayewo, na surveys akone research and so abeba e kire se unemployment etuma anywhere, etimi mabunu kosa akwan we nyina mu di sa bone. You have been at the public sector, obi aso peduma yewe. Say abayin fa yeduma. Abayin fa yeduma. You have been there. Public sector reform secretariat. Yere kusibuafo. Efri hi ni eduru hey.
Well, me da se na me chia watiefo. E wo mu ne se ya nhihye niam yi. Ya nhihye ni yi. You lose focus.
Right.
Yeah, you lose focus.
Right.
There was here so, I shall say no ano ni ndi data.
Okay.
Enim de man no AC ko. Kan e kwa so wa bebre kura nim wo mu date.
Yeah.
So nim sa.
Ogu o say asimesi ba no wi no sa abre ne ye wo.
School baby a teachers ko ye ne asofo no catechist ko ye na. Ya no mu bobo date.
Sure.
Enti population no kura ni enim ano. So, ni database of Ghana, ni bi papa. And once obeti we yes, obeti yes say. Kora ye wo no ni nim.
Okay.
Okra wa busu mu no just obusa na plan say so bia wo.
Is it before the Fourth Republic no? Ana still
no, from independent no yes.
Right.
You make your attempt kakra but jijigu.
Yeah.
Ni lose focus. Enti achire eba no a ene na musa no yenya eno na yese aban ene bebi enyuma be hye yetrim what you say
sure
but all over the world oman abon ho modern etima ye eye private sector ne kreti adwuma enya ban ne kreti is a facilitator ne my head public sector for almost 8 years
right
yeah minim. And I'm a project coordinator for World Bank for reforms, also for 8 years. Right. Obi obeka kire o say aban ne create sustainable jobs and ya no correct or a facilitator. Yes.
But ni ye bi be ma adwuma ba.
Chese ono na be ye nchehye.
Ama adwuma ba.
Government is a bad businessman.
Government?
Yes, it's a bad businessman.
Sir.
Yes. You can't bad businessman pa woni aban.
Original oman na namu ye transactions ni adono wo ye
bad businessman.
How do you say this?
One contract negotiations onye ni ye yebuno ana oyi na nim yebuno. So at here nani na ho.
Okay.
Government choice of appointees is not the most efficient ones. A patronage.
Say government or aban bia ba or appointing microphone. Or appointing microphone mu anima adwuma.
Dabi na what to say I advert say momra interview. Ya no answer obeti asuma senior appointee ya man appointment to akoshe ha. Obi o kwa ni certificate kura ye fake.
No de aba.
Ya ta da won titi.
No kura de ya tibi.
So atibi asem ya meka kire obi enye nkotompo.
Yeah.
Promotions obuko wa promotions ni nyina bi a patronage o we o me party mpese okoshe ha. Me wo fa se we fa ne she ha. Obehwe kora na results nye oyi nkwa ha enti ebe wie no na footballers na gina players no wo mu nyina ye ofunu e fa ye funu
omu nimbo
funu fo omu hwie enso ne papa na ye coach
ye de na coach
yes no wafa e de team manager better ni enshemo
this is
the abani a bad businessman and what creating impression be say ono na o ma adwuma enti wa ba no nso no nipa yi odo o ma ba nyina asapontis ne ne ma ne ade no o mu ba o mu the private sector eye competition
okay
for contracts and other resources ne ade
kwan benso
ono aba no o pese osi hotels
yeah, man appointment no.
One man appointment no ho no. One wa ba no person o ye importer.
Onu CEO no a wa ba ko mehwe na adwuma no nkoso no.
Wo person o ye importer. Onu aba no, onu su chesi government contract no bi contract no a wo mo de ye de ma no ano. Onu su di akire.
But the mre ni we si wo mo kwan.
That is it. That is why America say government is a bad businessman. Oh, ma menye and now no so kwan you fa so ba ye no ye appointing no ye de obiga beto no so say ye won krofo bi eto aba ma ye nya ye ansan ne te ha enti bia be pesika ni enkoma wo mu bindi se nipa no akokomoti no oditim aba na keke no wo chen see you yes ebi o chen wa o ti ha ya no aba no to no one day no akati de wo pedie eso sene de o ya adwuma 8 hours ema company bi what is that city no enti say ya nya bibi ama wo mu a anhwe yi a ye ho be kire ye enti ba saa no no so fom ono so wo ba no ofra busuam ene so o bona attack say on fa se mra ni emfen koma party for wono so ba no obro mosia ene bi odinya position ebi a position no kodisika na fam ebi okosi obi so ene okokosi obi so ene ekoduru obi anim ansa na ye fa no o de ase me man ko president won na kosira adwuma let me tell you honest
one year friend
yes asenso boache no man na friend
asenso boache
yes MP for Bantam
no friend
yes
se man penisi bra beje appointment
o se memra no ni min nkomo
okay
so what ya say enye ze meto na me so na ohini bi nie sofu bi nie we nie yenko na na do ho ya koni fie ya kotena se me pa acho me wo fa ase ni kusi buafo enti mo mfa me enya mo na hye ba bi na daachi wadidi amam bi adi enye sa anete so obu on so etisa ene fie so nye wo generational poverty ewo na busuam enti onu na ebetu ase ye de ni be yi musu enti okona ni mora ayi ewo form kakra bia wote ase na ekofense mo aba etibasa emaban hwere sika ewo ho pa due to inefficiency corruption through contract padding wote ase ghost names niam ehhehye baabi and omoye ghost names in for 10 to 15 years and contract pardon eyi Ghana kwa nyina asfalt
kebetumi ya kwa nyina
asfalt
tike expressway ya ye kan sisike
ye ne da ye wie no several years ago inefficiency and what's up ban one penimudie emroso what happens a country without land bank what be that we need land bank aye so we banya kura no amanfo twa no forest di ni galamse what you say
so ben se ha ye nko ha ye me ha ye see no
the study ya na beba reforms mu ya ye strategies ni nyina
right
ya nka beba ya government betimanya land bank some atro ni nyina so they can continue it is a match
watchro
yes some atro ni nyina ni road nso so a ye beye ni aye professional indemnity insurance for roads
eno den na ensachire na do bebre ye economy na o man na na ye den nsusu yin
sachire ni say ekwan ye wi a ebi a 30 years na maintenance ye san akoye fofo so sora in future we budget mu ke wi ni da insurance company no pay for repairs
but what can road asem no then na my roots yomo ya 3 months 4 months na aye is it about sikani ni entua ne ye and then ekum
Ghana ni sika to construct first class road that can last for 30 years.
You need sika for that.
Yeah, for that betimi atepa. And akwano so no ya promise ntino. Ayi ani so hanyan. Nti do the pressure beba no. Ni akwose anwea bi agun form. The good form no, most of them anwea ntimi last 5 to 6 years. You see potholes.
Ti aye sapetin bi.
Sapetin sa na mo frɛ no.
Wow.
And feature as road bia papa bia or any serious country.
But wo hwɛ amount ye bebo akere wa. E bia $500 million. Bia ye ka 1 billion asem ye de akoye routes akoye say. I mean then the man basa you have been there. They no mo consider and him for na inefficient in
people don't hold leaders, political leaders, be it what whoever ya when accountable. And once you dear children here kotoaba. Unya usika nife. Who are you? Where do you come from? How did you get your money? Come and sit down here. Tell us assets A and B and C belongs to you. And that sources of your monies, yeah, udinya asset in. This is true accountability. Na taxes here mitweni.
Why is CEO paying? Mami misa for asset declaration. What do you kakra? CEOs, other appointees, no. How do you declare your assets? Say be ya wu free so. Ebe hu say way any way no yaye.
So tell declare say personal
assets and sakra no akotena office wo na wo kwa ye de atoton because emra no ye say be ya nipa na ekwa ye betumi.
So dey wo de beko. Me ko na me wo Isuzu Road that there be. The number is GT 2079S.
Okay, ni nyina.
So there's 2079S.
And guys are now so bi kra.
And I mean so maton sase e wo adroba. O just here. I know dey me na me kire ma dey here me part up and I'm the kototo sa you know.
Ti uchocho nyapade ni nyina.
Obe choro ni nyina. And na masi efie ketu before bedrooms. Mete ho so ati ase aha na no masi be 3 bedrooms bi so ewo ama me ma me no me papa mintimi nsi ni kase so ati ase na me ko no so no me fani se the ansase aka de babusuafo de cheche me papa se no so abobra nti no chembi so so also the picture me
do they declare ni nyina
so asset do be declare enti me ba no me de nsapan me de VIP na kwa akra what you say and I'm call office and so me de taxi and I call office the upon your de car ekosi me wo fie what you say the friend Mark here say no deputy director so and no they call it but me ko fie. So near your workshop, we did the taxi and the bedroom all the time. I call him say old cabs and no more on my project Biagi old cabby. There was a Ministry of Transport or Finance and no JC and no Kofa at the Mame and I'm a team. So I said the World Bank. Yeah, because you're project coordinator no. And my ye talkers and now homo ema me bi. Nti me hu ze metina adam cruise me da. So
na manfo ka say you requisi buafo. As in the office no class is scanning ho.
Sika dey no one was
adwuma no kra no mo so mo nhye dem hu
adwuma ne de ye hu. What you say so dey wo be ye. Now dey aye ama policy you for no. Wo be ye strategies whatever na fi ekwa no ma share implementation no ase na fe wa chro na de akopesika what you say say bi e be pesika wa ha ye pesika wa ha ye pesika wa ha e bi befa e bi mfa no otukwan no wakọ hwehwe African Development Bank and the me call Rwanda and other countries here because hwehwe said they were money university so what you say
and the uber public sector reform the answer panel between I say for your input as a CEO they abaho because also submit policies near day they here now we I mean ultimately succeed through na they na disappointed so many amana maso
Okay, me I catch you say one DVL, so called DVL, a lot of changes. Ubekokra na transport na to toma or be for mobile, you know, software. Yeah, they call DVL, you see it for your first time. No money printers.
Okay.
No DVL printing, private man, you know, we got them 3 printers for Ghana.
Wow.
Me initiate centers you baby no baby. So if you want to say DVL could be center we about
recently creating
centers. Yes, we initiated all of them. So what you say? What you say? And you talk raw materials ya or me be print license no ankasa no.
Okay.
The building system, data capturing devices. Any other for kokromotisi ha we ni nyina and yeah. The same as passport office okoho. What you say?
Yeah.
Yes, and so yeah. Ubehu say enema bi enso so ewo ho a okọ shiraja. What you say? Case study cases are be no time a chese. Wasem ko shiraja se be ni you see you set up normally bb it is online video conferencing whatever and afi foreign affairs microphone e do o mo ba omu pe promotion omu from ambassadorial positions ni be I make sure say you do o maba
yeah
what you say now online no aba na bi be boka about $3,000 and san no ba interview and so you can maybe what you on mo a na your interview for your promotion. Okay. What you say head of civil service also we did the same thing. Public Service Commission we did the same thing. Right. What you say?
They now disappointed policy. Electric car also now.
Yeah, the electric car policy was initiated from there.
And then I make catch Francis and I'm saying young cabo bought a word to me din senior mammy.
And they will do Silvia to
the booze and another the number the legendary.
Yeah.
Oh, Kofi na. May I mean and no pay and moons and a year in Ukrainian and Rebel Basso. Tinami, when I'm control for the mania. Say Mrebi or Hanka, abaning you from a little. I don't know whether you've witnessed what is going on. I feel say a bit some way.
Yeah,
indeed. I mean, a man of such you know. You see, it's not just the music. You see, Aluta, Oshe forms of cultural, you know. Niyama Ghana wa one of our cultural icons, at least in the last 30-40 years at the world over. You beat me. I mean, Pim Dome, Prince Charles, King Charles, currently King Charles. Yeah. The playlist of year 2020. This is the British monarch. Undoubtedly the most recognizable monarch in the world. Yeah. The track list of year and the Nalumba Numbu. Obi a wabo campaign songa and on I hate to see obi nyuma wa ko studio hankasa say what this case commercial song she riot fan na it I be na have confirmation about 3 p.m. Yes, I don't know I very very
and even that now it was still lingering on a caveat say a cross section of the family ninya 2 million Ghana cedis say
no need 2 p.m. Can report 3 p.m. I don't know. Going for the young Pembre being yes, any penny, but oh, yeah, I don't know. Some
did I say and Pimpim door
and Pimpim door may be a word to this be okay.
request from Eugene or say to and yeah the Ebrel no amount the needed energy I ever call.
Oh, and energy no from the Ukraine or
yes you should cry him
or from but life update I may pick it from the grounds and say Bodina could do Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Okay. Also, no Heroes Park.
So the motor remains in a bit.
Motor remains in a bit. Oh, that's so me the setup in the BBI then say you and say Lumbe ye and say Lumbe ye, but now can I think say for me the lesson on the Busame and I'm worried. Let's examine the lesson. But I think it's for all of us. The man was a controversial person, even in death or sha. And me feel say this is not the end of it. Do you think
it's a problem? No, Lumba. No?
I don't qualify to speak on such matters. I'm not married.
You don't need to marry first.
Because you don't call me share and your man the way I travel with do I feel that the family should have covered him a bit. You see, Aluta, sometimes nobody might call someone baby. Baby fear. Who say mommy best show they can come qua. No on waka. I feel say at least there and call our womb. It was Aluta. Imagine say ubenyin kakra na papa be ko internet to so niama ene sabe me dey be am kase there's no one single video President Kufuor atem President Vice President Bawumia and Kennedy Japan atem then Aluta Lumbati as and sabi you won't get certain people sit publicly talk to him in a certain way then I say the busuane ye na be floodgate no I'm sure commentaries ni bia with the greatest of respect in Kofo we and Kofo and Kalumba Tiasia they will even dare not get close so
very opportunity to try to get close that's what you are saying
bad
but you see me thinking they say problem behind your problem it becomes a problem based on how you react to it
exactly
don't say I hear football say me no bobo na say bia me twawa all reaction no ade be sometimes I punishment be severe say me originally
yes I actually you former referee no class ade na mami go hemu bio
yes well medium the amuno dampamuntino much cannot be said now in terms of proximity but we are way to honor just few kilometers so let's move on
it's a year na ba so ma mo pa na bet me akofa ho me ko ha mo ame
I'll go there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What do you have for us?
Journalism is a discipline of verification. That is my definition of a journalism, or definition of journalism. I believe that as journalists, three thematic areas are three. We gatekeep and pay because you two frame and can James Eugene Becaway and I become men are deciding ya may becca. So that means I'm a gatekeeper. If I say I'm a gatekeeper, I mean can't some multimedia a pon soft what she be bottom. And by some children say men are me deciding ya may becca. Again, me a scorekeeper. Aluta bang also obey say. To me the baton say Aluta can obey. Again, me a watchdog. Watchdog Teresa Krama den oye obokwan ohwe kwan se ne nsamone nkoso enti se obi yade bi a me de mani tete ho ene scorekeeper an hebe confuse scorekeeping ne wo waka ana me carry ahwe se ne wo kan ne waye ba watchdog ne ye kraman e de mani atete ho enam no ba bi e da ne da ho o ba fie no wafa kwan paso na ba fie me boban this week me ne onu aketo akokwa me ade papa we ye na so enema mienu isida wanko cabinet meeting ana say one ne boss nin komo me kan na as usual for ne de bia me ka so mo no odi focus on mu bebre na adwuma wo ye bia ntimi nye na nsen ya luta na minim se betima kana na me ka say Ghana ha adwuma ya manfo ani bajo ho minim se men ka ba na so tan ka ba ni bia utwa yi rufi mi abeda yi ni manfo bajo ho and I'm a cameraman here, but you see, with time and hindsight, they agreed or time vindicated my position strongly. You name the matters of the OSP. Aluta, let me start by saying this. I may usually say I feel say OSP, no, I'm disappointed in certain things. For example, on pushing. As a do baby, me feel say there's too much showmanship. You see, to say me jina here, Jumana me no. Francis the bebo me mic no. Aluta na be mic na me. At least I must have some courtesy in relating to this. But as sometimes when we went to I better me so no dosun. There's showmanship between and Dano Abuame. There's too much show, and maybe one can say or menace or cacrano. As or person or cassa home be bidodo. You see, that has always been my issue. As well as I can offer some of Becca chairs or train laptops to be a computer. And interestingly, a brass has some never talk about Tony Jonas or trend dockets. So we can only who said dockets and I read with Akuma Tony Jenna. So without the media, without the passion, nanka docket nanka enye ready. Aluta no ka say and she right unu obi ya de na ati say o pushing no ye bibia na sa de no na why reluctant say wo be ye. Obi kasa it is possible and I say be a coincidental say the backlash no ene adwuma na ba ye ni be hia. So me have my personal issue with it. But me can letter no. And let's not forget the coincidence or the time series, sorry. President Mahama Shian Peace Council and Aluta can same way. Or say it is premature to call for the scrapping of the OSP President Mahama. Time no way man John I'm posting at 3:56 p.m. Me or show me YouTuber. Me posted video now around 6 p.m. So the letter came after the call President and President Mahama can be. My catch was me. I didn't want to share a sentence. I want to quote to them so that you don't paraphrase and quote out of context. Or say people believe that Attorney General will be very reluctant to prosecute his own. Article 88, Okanya, Jeff, they made the man short better to come presentation. It is explicit, say, about prosecutorial authority. Yeah, the Nina come Attorney General. In fact, Aluta Abeka 2018, year pass the Office of Social Prosecutor Bill. No? The bill, Omoyan said the bill should emanate from the Attorney General's office. Now the 2 minute constitution, the man no be no pone hon kakra. Enfema OSP no fenye na djuma. President Mahama say o believe say Attorney General no amanfo kase because we cabinet minister because ono ane ne MPs na ekoba ono ane ne ministers ono ye ne colleagues the prosecutor be den. Enti enko for body bi mra ono be wo prosecutorial powers. And the little choice in Ghana there were only 2 bodies that was out to me. The original power no pono kakrama OSP no. And OSP then a corruption and corruption related offenses. Dealing with the Aluta 88:1. There shall be an Attorney General who shall be a Minister of State and the principal legal advisor to the government. The Attorney General shall discharge their other duties of a legal nature as may be referred or assigned to him by the President or imposed on him by the Constitution or any other law. The Attorney General shall, and be responsible or for the initiation and conduct of all prosecutions of criminal offences. So, 88 no and no kakra and no dia koma kisia jabia no obi oba be OSB as a fade way na faye djuma specifically for corruption and corruption related offences. Enti na yoko organized crime. Enti yoko onya stricto corruption related but say organized corruption related they do betimi abem. Sometimes they overlap a little bit. So that is the preamble. Now look at it. But if there is an independent office like the Office of Special Prosecutor, it won't matter who you are because you have the security of tenure and prosecutorial authority to act. People want to see more prosecution and more results. I will just urge.
I will just urge.
I think I will just yes. I will just urge the OSP to speed up some of these investigations and show that the office is still very relevant. Aluta, pressure OSP na aye pressure in this na atomo. Okay, oba front we know ye presentation omu 2D omu boss can be 30 something billion as I catch us say it was a mistake they did. Pressure ni bi ni.
I fondly remember.
Akrani and I when you gave me.
Give me a different example.
Oh, I know the baby later.
There are so many
Week na golden bean and moko lunch. Aluta following week or Lancaster. Aluta to you. The third week, look at only Nico Ken was a good time. But to be my old and say, as I did, as I assassin what? Yeah, causes and from cases, no. And the present mamma now, ocean the phrase, no, you say the thinking behind the Office of Special Prosecutor has some relevance. Per my deductions of this. Again, I also believe he said the delays in prosecution is what is fueling the conversation about scrapping it or not. But this year, Attorney General, when you saw per ransom, case and no prosecuting. The main officer, FIC, Yoko. Abutre komo chain and say, "Nya be an initiative na Yoko ya den FIC ya den." O kan come on so about scandal me catch us say, "Eh na we have face can nya na hear me on the state institutions." Aluta, Attorney General of this year even why. So my position was that me who lieutenant na enkrofo be so mo yi. Did they speak to their voice? Because Aluta na some na man for fan tra na nya tra. This is a leader of government business. Can you tell me, say, take a monumental decision, say, yo, Kukurantumi, Yenchum, or some can change Miagra. This is a private business, and this is a governance. This is a nation building. Tell me who you are, I'm saying, Akokwa, two things, on cabinet meeting, and I said, you're and one more president Mahama man. Because if you conferred with your boss before you filed this agent, and this, you know what was even shocking? The bill wasn't just filed in Parliament, too. It was filed under a certificate of agency. Now, my prediction is that it will cause Mahama issue. And I actually linked it to a president for the LGBTQ. NDC played them people who are not too late. So, okay. Yeah. Oh, NDC for MPC will cross support. You don't pass you know. Now, but such a president for and you all know the issues. In fact, some of the people of Christian extraction and Muslim extraction, they believe in the ethos, the doctrines of religiosity. Because of Sani Manimano. Mebwa. To me, Casa went to more pass and a papai as some king. Now the bill no command and no one sign. That's one of my I trophy. Then the letter came. And then the president Mama feels 2 years. On one, aduane o de mani do mo consult man o ko say ya ebeboa no and is Aluta inherent in a red royal letter something president mama can or say mama can second prior say the president's request follows a public expression of support for the strengthening of the Office of Special Prosecutor as a vital cog. Aluta te for saying the case be a vital e tue be kan sen eye ade bia esombo ewo significance ewo mpempenso bi ehun o say ono president mama no hu say ye boa OSP na a vital cog in the fight against corruption at a meeting of the peace council yesterday. It will be a here, but you are deep a vital to say your moji away muno a vital uni moja wo mu abewu. That is how the presidency. So if indeed the leader of government business conferred with them, he would have told him this. Again, or say the president also reiterates his call on the Office of Special Prosecutor to do more to boost public confidence in its work and frontally tackle corruption in line with objectives informing the establishment of the office. Onyadia, yeah. Jimmy bet me I put your bet me Kuku bet Eugene. And then the idea one had where you know from. Yes, a sound. What I say. But won't win FM no. And again, I looked at the because he said the optics of politics. You see, politics is not just the reality. What he be before a PR gimmick.
Yes. I listened to Kukurantumi.
Yes.
So, but he actually compared two scenarios.
Yeah.
Was it's either say a confusion now set it up in government and parliament or ABIP argument.
Yes, but Aluta, either way it is, this letter corrects that to an extent. right? Because then I even spoke before Kojo say, is it that he didn't go to cabinet or didn't inform the president? Now, the president has, you see, he didn't just say withdraw the letter and left it there. He actually elevated the significance of the office of special prosecutor. And see, it's one man now at Jimmy Cross office the and was a catcher of the main presidency and
Is there a disconnect between this the presidency and parliament?
There is clearly. Aluta. Oh, Chakuri Munsem. Such a monumental program. I mean, common sense doesn't make sense. Now you chop money class or you can do no ben watch. And we have few domestic affairs. So clearly there was a confusion somewhere. But at least the president has fixed that confusion. And Aluta, Utie Tamalete and the buying honestly. Oshong may be a woman. Transparency International and the relevancy, they were all unhappy because then, so that led me to what? Then I can't about what? The optics of politics. You see, it may be seen as if say, can you begrudge anybody who says that? There be because we only yen and ya no. Let's say, be a usro say, Oma what now obey baby. So if you disagree with the posture of the man or anything. There are processes of removing him. Near Chief Justice and Officer of the Ghana, ye NCC cheddar. Ye easy cheddar. They all had tenants of office. But why you didn't feel as I didn't know it's not a little bit because ye more point to be. If you walk of fire a crowd, KPIs. You see, because your governance, no, ye be anyway in the fear. Your quiet rally or bantama or two won't be. You must have a party T-shirt. So many I don't talk of fire. Okay, we're tempting. Or your Juma, or betting your boy, or your motherly, or your beautiful, or attribute. And see about 2021 August. What object is needed? You can say you prosecute to 10 cases a year. Your finance and any why you take a 1 year. Yeah, you would be. I look at me, KPIs are the American and new. They are measurable things. Yeah, the tools and we can measure.
Key performance indicators.
Key performance indicators.
I quite to say, unfortunately, but this is my thinking and this is how I feel. Since establishment of the office, you know, we hear Martin Alamisi, Kaiser Amidu Di Kanbaye, and Kisia Jabia Wabaya. Kase ya yo the senior human. Because the era no sa double salaries in sense be by. Then you have Ubia, yes, one year the special prosecutor. Now we're back into the media space to say a human or person and I've been a mature panacho. Then eventually, no, I resign. Elibu will be the then president, so the mother serpent of corruption. I said the tenure of Martin Amudu was a waste of time and waste of space, as far as the office they're concerned. Kiseja be in Swaba. So I can't over to Anquano man.
Yeah.
This is an office I the amount, a virgin office of a sort. First person I resign. To buy and a lawyer of your caliber. Our mining a GD room, they share one son. What is right, you maintain it. What is wrong? You right the wrongs. But you don't come out to sing the Anquan Mao Yenya between already no right from the word go. As what can you concede this? You now obey an Ancasano. And for instance, you'll be ama. 2 years ago, Yenya between 1 year and Yabeka baby. So from Oya literature, I say the character of a character is known through what he says, what he does, and what is said about him. But you know, important pioneer in York. Because what is said about him, sometimes it's not objective.
It can be subjective.
Because just I'm dear Munyano. But me no kwafwa and I make us say mempe was no. We say mempe but what he is doing is good. But if you take the two of them, their pronouncement, what they do, I am not impressed at all.
And I make I say there's too much showmanship.
Yes.
A Jumano no with the same flyers and and see, for me, he should take a cue from this. No money on Meduma here. Because I look at her accident the BCC, Crawford course to never be a moon in Uber criminal corruption. Her public accounts committee on me. I cannot fathom how. Say a corruption offense. Into a trap budget man where Diabroswa is a corruption or corruption related offences. Ama human rights. Aluta, me no deny. And she right Maria Nani, and on more fee sounds. Oh, Miss Appropriation. Now you be one for soon. Just prosecute the person. So, Aluta, to me, your greatest paralysis when it comes to the development, development, leadership, corruption, any MMDCs. Developing. Sika ye dia she and sometimes we take cases Nancy corruption scandal no more. And that brings me to the last leg of my conversation. I feel that sometimes in our commentaries we weaken state agencies, and it's because of the politicians themselves. They are the PROs for the police service, the EC, and almost every state agency. Omu defend omu action bi omu ko position be no say omu mpay asem. And what's the deal? OSB issue started from MPPO. NNDC for no, they couldn't read the political game and they joined. And the president read and stopped it. It would have been a calamity. The office is barely 8 years. Let them make the mistakes. Let them learn from it. Whilst we are also criticizing them. And then I always when I'm disappointed. I know who is also criticizing penasem. You see, when you have that approach, then you are because of me. I want for you to thank you, may reply you. Because you see, when you become synonymous with praises for your work, that's the day you keep declining. I just say, Nipa de, every amount for beka hansem. But that's on who is answer. O can answer my ask so be responding. And you see, Nipa said the Aluta. The man who church in him, the man now boom to crew.
That is where you even implicate yourself.
Exactly. So just do your job. Let the minister back one. Aluta can come to me. The best performing minister in this government, Tato Force. Already in the budget now, 2 days interview. What an Kasebi. Tato Force in there, so open audio.
And then no crowd, he was very picky in places of very, very picky.
Mekaya Okojo first.
Yes.
Adechino Cool City. And no call TV3. No call UT. Not call Wezo. Best 6 years. What the minister said, Sam George. Let's go there.
In Shirai FM.
Me wa kompo tu. Who said the way you use social media? But I told her, see, the Facebook crown. You see, Casa do no, and the problem be brew. So they should just shut up and do their job. Me share budget allocation. O share chart na joy at the buy na. Akosoro.
Yes.
Say be a who yes kabia. Go to the president.
In Shirai FM.
Because you are not careful. You benya yes nan ko fon ani agi o.
Yes.
O ma face kanu.
In Shirai FM.
Iti me ni enhaw. Na onye dwuma ma Ghana. No hu se. Sane dey wa o kan no. Adwuma hu ye bia de. Obi be kasa ho. Aluta. President Mahama ye di na tem. Ti wo ye di wa tem asabi o na esi.
Yes. The on that no. I think so we can the home come but is it also possible once a politician so sometimes they do try and error.
Yeah, they fly the kite.
Is it possible say you met test the pulse of Ghanaians anyway say an attempt to scrap this office in Abefa. But if you who apro no then you use this approach.
Aluta me ni any objective research to back near Okano. But on me am channel the critical analysis on YouTube me who adie bi always been very unpopular.
Extremely.
Oh, they see we na pay. Also, be pick causes. They just ask them. Or very unpopular, and the unpopularity. Ujina, me nyɛ sure say nka problem basa. Nka be critical serious so. Yeah, Transparency International Corruption Fighting Index. Na be ba a form kakra. But I think that the general population, you know, and be support to remove one. But me can say look. You see sometimes, and you let the blood flow. No?
Yeah.
Say years later, we say sabi and some phone here. What you say? So it's not be a popular. Yes, maybe politicians they will always fly the kite. They always fly the kite. They may as well say be a bit my beer. But when you remove an attorney general for over 140 years, FIC, Omuni na butcher can now or to me to talk us about cream.
In Shirai FM.
Niente na meka, and as me defend said I've always established my displeasure for no yen. But Bank of Ghana, Abutrika, Nansikan, is in so soon ever and a bank and ever.
Or say, oh, in known banks are more friends with some key people.
Jantuah Aluta, Justice Ministry. I evidence man so why now on your woman implicating any evidence on social media. There was some semblance of believability in it. It's young Kugu Bank of Ghana.
fan.
Say robbery cause so is police sent me about it. Young Kugu police station or not. There be you strengthen. I'm a president, mama. You strengthen. Into a question say, Aluta, say never do be a best strengthening. See a can amunya dia. Near day. Okay. That is my issue. But you don't scrap the entire office. So that will be my first submission. My second submission is to be a buy. Obey the Yanabu pound. Obey. We intro the car. Yeah. The lithium deal.
Okay.
And again, may applaud the buy. You see, I looked at the behind my castle. As I will be to Damia. You could food the Fairby Jackson Park. Omoko tama na msiswa no omo to dam ya wo gina kira wo hum pa asa de na say asa wani ba akokura hum yi you see do we no obi obeka say ye bia no e mambofo and they be ameka say when your party is in power there are some critical voices say they bia no o pani bi kura push on links ne audios ne ma wom Aluta ye gina ha den ye kan say it cannot make any measurable sense say ade obi dey ba wo say 10 cedis enye later have ka say ade na 5 cedis ya sabe o be so o chase ma bodam it just cannot make sense.
Cut to the extent say Emrano cry obi gina show edidi tro no your reviews and just an Emrano can.
Exactly, and we prove it here as may be prescribed there. Wo dream. Oben Shire FM no paper the two and Aluta. Then you be gene there as you may be prescribed. But obi for there so between 3 and 5 Ghana cedis. Yeah. Aluta yepe. As may be prescribed so with my 50. Now they broke kuku na ma discuss me boa. Yeah. So I only usual for no say. But you see, the reason I'm applauding the NDC majority, any say, and I also bash them. They are being complicit. Okay, people will defend it. What's here you are calling that DC con Share FM? Or say, minister and the bill ne konechi deal. Na wako parliament abese samra. No the bill no asan baby. Okay, asema you busa no say. You have 2/3 of parliament. If you now win say, you find 5% to crown the woman, Aluta, what do? You fix the bill or you fix the law before you change the agreement.
Why the rush?
See? And you see, these are the nitty-gritties. Sabe, all my hair supporter parties no move. They don't know the object of sense of course. I did will be able to number some we are. Can you begrudge the person who will say that? Because I gave you the 2023 statement issued by
Jantuah fan.
Okwa sempe from abo Sameje lithium do sempe from na tie. O kan se nyansa ni nyina woni trim. Na Kufuor do so wi lithium sika wanka. Enti wo bana se 10 nye na 5 ya. Sabe o be so o chese ye jimi for bi na za
I've started thinking about the Barari DV Ghana Limited. Because when the seeker or their shame during prospecting, when the seeker or their shame, they say Oko world marketer. There's a very sharp decline.
Yes,
I'm told say a ton of lithium, no, everybody say $3,000 to $650. This is a very sharp decline. What happens to a company and also invest a fortune in making sure that we discover the lithium in commercial quantity with these delays? How do we just oppose the two?
The Constitution solves it. I think chapter 21. All natural resources need to state belong to the government. Belong to the people of Ghana.
No, that is not in doubt.
No, mebaho. Mebaho. And the Aluta. So,
fan.
investor confidence, they be delay. And I mean, no, I am buying. Amani na anya ne ye bi na ne ye ken. So wo say law no won ti ase mu ni say 5%. Many Aluta so kyerɛ say per the 2015 amendment na nti saa. Nti say o jitum say 5 na nya, why did you do agreement of the 5 and send to parliament and later come and tell us say 5 no kwa wasan adwen won say nti ma retract e dey koye fix bi asana me san dia. But Aluta, so you are causing the delay. Anya me,
I don't want to be a prophet of doom, but I say you see here near man. Ti do baby so na ho anye ha. I foresee a judgment debt somewhere.
Okay? Unim na me ba ho. You know what they are doing now? They are calling out that buy.
MC Riot
He's the
fan.
chair of the committee. Parliament. He has more kind. And where Mama Yaga, so you can tell us they are not thinking the same way. Mami Mkot was saying. This Mama Yaga, after the MPP left office and we took over, the world market price of lithium collapsed, and therefore it became a disincentive for anyone to invest. See, politicians also to play with our minds. Has anybody invested already? Let's speak systematically. One. So this statement, what did he seek to achieve? If not to confuse people.
MC
Now,
Riot fan.
interview, what they are trying to do now is that they will not do a direct percentage, but they will do a percentage tied to the world price of lithium at any given time. In the so price of lithium no area 6,000, your budget 14%. Make area 500, so it will become more of a forward contract.
I think that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Aluta, the reason why for me it will make sense and not make sense to me is that what if the price
MC Riot fan.
for politics because down pay what the NDC the NPP one was better. Meboa.
But once a contract to be answering your buying existence, we are air corner. The lifespan of the contract, creates room for variations.
Yes, but look at here.
Technically, we call it frustration of the contract.
Yes.
Sometimes the contract may be frustrated.
Yes. Say lithium price anko esubiwa. Who loses? Me the me shega bi having there me ni asem. Me nim no. Me share wo ya na makesi. Aluta that make say to every decision that you've taken so far, there are pros and cons. They agree 10 na. Kabana ki anon 10 unsuama.
Yes.
Since neighbor boy, I'm finna kaye betiem kakra wo. So sometimes I make say, who expect? Oko parliament, oko website, look at the degrees that they have. And sometimes I don't understand. Ya the mraba. O se mrane nye. Unso the mraba no nye se ne nye no. O wie ya se wa be nya fix nye na wo san de aba. I mean, what kind of confusion is this?
Because when I saw the caption, I said, what? They are some crazy. A revised deal.
Yes.
The word revised deal. And I say, so we are coming to revise the revised.
You see, and you see, Aluta, the reason why I'm key about this is that you've seen the mistakes you've made good. And I'm saying that's not kind of kind. Omoya by election akwatia videos ne by umu akwatia. Yes. Umu akwatia is any friend Denchembo district. So literally meaning that a diamond
district.
Aluta, her videos are umu akwatia. Menko takwada, menko obuasida. But I've seen pictures and videos from this area. Let's not make mistake with lithium.
Okay.
Let's not use our selfish interest to do never. Aluta, and this can be any deal. Baby, a tea, which must be off from the office now. The escape. But one was as soon as Eugene, you do this, these things. Me always use myself and as I want go far. And this can be any deal.
Yeah.
And we have one almost came. When you mean it's all move food crown and they don't know the proper demarcation by your food. These are livelihoods. You see, so yeah, oh, to tell it's not to tell some more premium wages seat maybe can I more account for them. It's a little time some chair say, yeah, but amend a bill of parliament to be 5 hours being transferred quickly and amendments agreement. No, I don't know. It's a little say, especially a pass here. Between time I may be a presentation ma lithium me. Can come phone so the last time come me me lithium deal. Me I won't conjecture. I've always said that my journalism. You may disagree with me, say whatever you want to say, but I will never conjecture on this. A little here. Me a presentation way 13 days ago. Here's the shocking details about the lithium deal. 2 weeks. You can't play them. You could talk cars na dia ma wom. Yes, loan aba. Omun show me approve Aluta. You had 2 weeks they ba approve. You know what is mostly sad? Enra. Yes, a parliament apaja ni musina day was a sinner day. Now said that in perpetuity, omun could di Christmas. You see, this is when you say then people have a legitimate thing. I said, buy ya dia.
You don't care.
You don't care. Aluta has gracia no more on by approve. This is the evidence. 13 days ago, na me 13 days. Pama pedemu musine day or sesine day. Echo. If it was something that was profiting the members of parliament, would they have exhibited so? Because man Collins and I catch it. Hamam communication is say, "I idea be kanamu best sound of maranim." And then trend position of constitution when you have a friend of Manase Bibi. It's the This is where Mekase, the NDC MPs are being complicit. Good will never conform. You may be saying a bit and a good will never yeah. Even a MP, you know. The arrogance. Obiobeka Sebia Sabi Unim Yansan. A professional Jeremias. But actually, this week, 2 instances I'm speaking about have been vindicated by time.
Yeah.
Because you see, Aluta because you have common sense. And you be idea and also be idea it's common sense that idea money can it doesn't meet a single common sense. There's no sense in it. It is a parliament bill I need to rectify. If you say okay, it would Aluta who to know be say be a lithium be wo ukrum bono baby a na ye company private company no ordinary kaba be shem ordinary kaba be shem say mami meye bi ye again yenya twe say BV de be eba me ya ba kwa me pe MPP de oni ho say lithium ye ntu nko ye be processing no e wa ha Eden Aluta se fani peduma 5 kwa makato se me de sa you can speaker e me time kra nya duma ya duma papa bia e se so o ye no 3 months bi dia pe ba bia fa fine but we no Eden employment e be tua tax e be ye aha no bi maame
e be tua o tier 1 o tier 2 ni ade na ma na fi
so eti omo nya no mo mani nkwa ntokọ na hu hia no omo nya yi no mo fe ni nkosa no na Ghana for hwehwe Nancy Aluta akokwa na twema dwensi minim se Jeff trust in state institutions Jeff beto so a ubenya ma trust akokwa na deba last week and I was very surprised. The only institution I trust you is military. Is that not dangerous?
It is.
Having full cognizance of the sub-regional context I live in. And there's no man kitty say, Eba Ghana for Niama, as a woman, no my money didn't no make cambophobia as a Ghana for Tiasi, but you can and Tassum. And Aluta will invested, you know, Musu, Yan lithium, you baby near this care back, no more ye beko. Sunny, oil side. Only a for your oil side.
I read a piece na Kasaba, the depiction of the core no.
And how investors don't even find the Ghanaians. And look at strategy, look at Parliament. For 4 times, not a Parliament, members of Parliament, not 2012, not 40.
2012 should be Prof. Mills.
Prof. Mills?
Yes. 49%.
At the do 24. A reduce by more than half. All the citizens, Aluta, it is not sad. Then the only institution that we're a bit of cognizance and reverence is the armed forces. Yeah. And you have Benin happening, you have Mali happening, you have Burkina Faso happening. That should tell the so-called Democrats that they need to do. And the NDC is a social democratic party.
But I say no pay na yeah faster that Emma Eugene say to or the in-depth analysis from the tactical board ebrey my uncle say and there a historic and there a that's from eba a yiyo ewo my Ghana mu a ye nyina brantie ba ko a be se mfie adu sia atwam oba asase so na wiase afana nyina oto dwom ya brantie ba ko a occasion bi e wo wiase bia no occasion bi e wo wiase bia no ubenya ne dwom ne bi e wase say abadinto ubenya dadi lumba nwom ho eye awade ase ubenya lumba nwom a yɛde wadeɛ even asɔndam baabi a yɛkɔto sɔre nyankopɔn koraa no wobɛnya lumba nwom a wode ɛbɛyɛ wobɔ ne din akwadaa obiara pɛ n'asɛm yɛsi owuo kurade a na nkwa ntimi nye ɛna ɛyɛ dan a yɛba wiase yɛ da koro bi bɛba a onso bɛti nananom wɔnseɛ do na ɛnkɔmmra ne nyinaa no ɛnɛ yi ɛwɔ Baba Yara Sports Stadium samra me no kasa yi yɛde ɛyɛ amuna tompamu a abusua ɛnam na wɔhwɛ n'ani akyi a etwato na ɛbrɛ ne keka kɔ n'anim no a no ne wɔbɛkɔ akɔpɛ no korabrɛ na afi ne sika sanom no nso atumi atoa so ɛnkyɛ bi yɛbɛ cross over na yakɔ grounds hɔ na yɛbisa sɛ ɛyie no ɛkɔ so na ɛkɔ so asɛn ɛna nneɛma enso esi etiema yenkwa ahoma no so na ye ne eye menuaba anase ye ne menuaba ma adwene pahene Kofi Mensa eni nkomo from the grounds na yemisa na sesan ena ne ma etie adwene pahene Kofi Mensa ma che
chama maje waso anopai
na honamu ye bokɔ de
Sɛdeɛ mponya akɔfa adaro ma wɔde yɛfa nkyɛ yɛn awɔde wɔ ɛdi de ti aso bɔkɔ
nyamete ase ɔne yɛ di ne yie fain na ogina sisi yɛ mprempren fain na ogina
mɛda se na mama de hyɛ no nso akɔ aba de aba Baba Yara Sports Stadium Heroes Park aha ɛna ɛnɛ da yi yɛhyɛ no mu sɛ owura Charles osu a dodoɔ no ne mu sɛ yɛfrɛ no sɛ Daddy Duba no eye Ghana e beka se yedafade kese ba ko pa eba no anyi tuo mu a yentimi embobɔ se bi atuturu ni ani e kukudamfo a anyi tuo mu o ma chipi e wo wiase afa na nyina wo Ghana di mu no yentimi nyino free mu na o hye se de owura osu free mu e wo July bosom ne da to so aduonu isia abusia ye giseye senka December bosom ya yo ne da to so isia ana ka wo hye senka na yi ebeba so anu mu ana me mo afi efore ye ewo eye abusia ni eye kunafo a na ye bi se omuye no na ewo so motena eyi pasio na nka eyi no ekoso na so fa ba ko ye so won ti asie na odi asem no kopie mu ewo adibia na so ma abusia ye ni sia sa na tie dia wo se sa so tu eyi ni seda o tu eyi no eseda na ye na ede ya eye December ko se me de to so du na enu so mo no so a enra na ye nyina nim ke eyi da ho kwa na wesen ke fura tie said ye dane de na ye yi yo ko akan amamre ne se mo no ano pani mo no ma na nyina ne tie se aka high court enso e de eye tabo ato eye eyi no so
hello yes I think the history ne there benya time here no I want the event as unfolding see our grounds or what's happening and when you body no so body is it laid in state in terms of attendance in terms of organization say you say come for a year no there na ekwo so see our Baba Yara Sports Stadium
medase bibe pimo ewo Baba Yara agopama so Heroes Park no edom so a epu eba na said na ki nim se eyi no eyi dadi no bade ne ho agye afie mu ntino enka dom no ebepu abba preso sabre di enka bi ko fiti enra nyina no na nka dom e wa hanom no enye sa na ebehu no na so no ye pen se egiseye wo amamre kwa so no egu na pono so abambofo e wa hanom ni apolisifoɔ de mintimi enka omododo otu na mo ba ku bi enu ya ta bo police ni wo mo na megidi ye se bambo family de ye di adwuma no e de ase won nsa ekitafo dodo na so epu eba enkakan akra san se de nra na amarebo no buso koso ni ti no empenta me no ekasei se de aka amamre mo ye jeban na se de emu atoban ni na ya ma kwan na ape no adofo ne abusia ne jamfo abehwe efu no ani achi na wasu agam no taasi sɛ yɛ no deɛ yɛnya NBA pro ento ɛban no yagye yɛhwɛ ne mu sɛ yɛba amanbɔ de bɔyɛ ne sɛ emu na ba bebi ha ɛda ɛban ne mu na se bia to na obi awura ban ni mu akɔyɛ sɛ ampa that the lumba ɛda yi paso nie ɛno no yɛnya ma tankwan no na de yɛde ateɛ ɛne sɛ ɛmu de ababedu a yɛagye ho ɛwɔ ban mu a ɛda hɔ no ma yɛhwɛ anim sɛ bere bɛso ama abusua bɛdue prom meba yɛ abusua ni a mɛmu no ɛyɛ maame kɔnsila dadi lumba enua ɛba a yɛne no ɛbɔ nkɔmmɔ kakra ana wɔsrɛ sɛ adehyia no ma wɔn mo ɛwɔ afiefie mu na wonya mboanan ɛma yɛdadi lumba ho dɔ ɛwɔ ɔmo mu ɔmo adadi lumba ho dɔ ɛni ɔmo mu nanso ɔmo pɛ sɛ yɛm de ɔmo ani di akyiri no wɔbɛsrɛ sɛ wɔn mu nyinaa hyɛ no ɔmo mo anan ɛmra na wɔn bɛhyɛ sɛ deɛ ɛyie no ɛbɛtumi ɛso akɔrɔ nti sɛm na ɔka sɛ no yɛbɛtumi akɛ supi pɔ sɛ dadi lumba ɛyie no ɛba so a yɛagye ban a manebɔ no ɛkyɛ sɛ ɛmu no ɛda ban mu yɛma kwan sɛ obiara wura mu ɛkɔhwɛ sɛ ɛmu no wɔ hɔ anaasɛ ɛmu ni hɔ ɛno ne yɛtwɛn sɛ berɛ no bɛso na yɛbɛbie promafoɔ no yɛnyina yɛhu tampa ɛmu no aba bɛka nsa ɛwɔ ha no mu dɔm no deɛ mɛtumi aka sɛ ɔmo gu so ɔmo ba ebi mo nso so bɛhyia wɔ mo na ɔmo aba a wɔn mo ɛkɔ fie ebi mo nso so ba ɔmo sɛ ɔmo deɛ ne kɔ akɔhwɛ m'adwuma because sɛ yɛne yɛpɛ sɛ ɛmu no anaasɛ yie no si bi korɔ no ɛnyɛ saa na ɛkorɔ no nti no sɛdeɛ ewu ni mu no Ghana de asɛm no bɛ sɛ yɛ obiara ne sɛdeɛ wɔsi bi fa asɛm no ɛfa ebi mo bɛ nwere so ɛdeɛ yɛ ebi mo nso ɛbɔ do so a yɛwɔ ha no ma yɛhwɛ sɛ ɛbɛkɔ mbasa mi tie o.
nti sɛ wode w'ani bu a nipa bɛyɛ sɛn ɛna sɛ ohu sɛ mprempren wɔwɔ ayi na sɛ
mɛtumi aka sɛ nipa bɛboro bɛɛ sɛ aha num ɛde korɔ deɛ wɔn mo ɛwɔ ha bi mo soso busu ɔmo nam kwan so a wɔn mo ɛɛba ebi mo soso aba sɛ ɔmo ba sɛ nkɔm bɛpɛ mu na ahyɛ baasi enya maako ani nti no ɔmo nso afirasi a ɔmo nso efiri ɛyɛ beaeɛ ha nom a wɔn ɛɛkɔ wɔn nso bɛkɔ mu nso bɛkɔ mu ti ɔmo bɛkɔ akɔpɛ biribi ayɔ nnuane tɔnfoɔ nso abɛbobɔbobɔ ɔmo ban kakrakra ɛwɔ ɛyɛ kwan na no wɔ inside wɔ deɛ sɛ wopɛ sɛ wobɛtɔ aduane bi sɛ mmoɔ ne adeade a wobɛtɔn no kwan no ho na afei nso so no wɔn na mukuta nsuo ne adeade na nya akɔnya awura mu saa nso na wɔn ma mo tɔn dadi lumba ho nneɛma ahodoɔ bi te sɛ ntaadeɛ ne design ahodoɔ bi a yɛayɛ kɔmadeɛ ne adeade no wɔn nso so bu so a wɔn mo abɛte sɛ wɔn mu gya a kyerɛ sɛ amanfoɔ nso bu so a wɔn ɛtɔ ebi a wɔn bu nso so edwa ti so far deɛ sɛ na teɛ ɛwɔ Hero Park.
Okay, yɛbɛda wase paa na yɛbɛsrɛ na wato akɔ so de w'ani adi akyiri sɛ biribi foforɔ bi asi a mfa nkame yɛne yɛtiefoɔ anɔpa yi na sɛnea wɔka sɛ ahobanbɔfoɔ hɔ no na woagyina yie strategically sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a paneɛ koraa atɔ fam a wobɛte na yɛnso yɛde ama yɛtiefoɔ ha anɔpa yi bɛda ase anɔpa yi adwene pa hene Kofi Mensa ɛna yɛne no ekobo enkomo from grounds a ɛhɔ ɛna Charles Kwadwofosu sɛnea na yɛnyina yɛnim no ɛwɔ the entertainment space Dadi Lumba na yie no abrewa yi poma kwan mu a ɛna deɛ ɛba so pɛ nea adwene pa hene ka kyerɛ yɛn no yɛabɔn ano ho ba sɛ wokɔ ban no mu a Dadi Lumba na mu no edem no ankasa de na ni krotwa wisie nya de a wode hunu ye because brand no nya nso se obebie na adofo ne agyamfo akohwe na ni achi ayetwa to se sa brand no nso eso na yenya confirmation ne se indeed nia wo bon ya no ho ba no sa na tie no nso yemfa enka ho ye de ho amanebo ebebrɛw anopai kai na hye no nso se ha ye Nhyira FM 104.5 your number one account radio station so na wutie and I am Mende Kukurantumi and bro your friend Jantuah Aluta. You can call me Aluta for simplicity's sake. Na no nkrasesem bi ekɔ so. Yes, empanyimfo ne ye na no mu mutia no pa mu fanche ba asem ne bi wo hɔ a. Yes, I can send ye city no a. Minim kwan obi betumi afa so a convince me say saa de na ekɔ so no. Na enyem nkrasesem. And in this modern era you age ayedri. Minim ne ntia sɛ yɛakyere obi sɛ yɛde na court sɛ court udi na asɛm sɛ obɛma no remand sɛ ɔma no remand na yɛbɛboa mmabuna no na yɛaboa wura court na obi a yɛfa mmara kwan so akyere no no yɛgya no sɛ ɔnkɔ we ene ne esi ye ɛwɔ Kwame Danso na esi wɔ Kwame Danso ɛyɛ Bono East mpatam hɔ no o join ye wɔ ye social media no so a obɛhu sɛ court dan na amanfo dimirika ne nyinaa ne sɛ nipa bi susu sɛ nipa ne wachire no ne ya kind of say the suspect no and I say the accused no na court what adwam no pese o ma ne call remand ntino mabuno de mrasha wonsa ebowuru adan num na ne say we a worker of the court are hosem be san asresem tinam say yinkura asesem no na o take over e wo court ho na nipa no a wachire no o free wo nyina ma o koe ti e ba sa no say Chief Justice Ashe Ama Justice Frederick Tete, our Deputy Judicial Secretary, our Northern Sector at the Krataba Bonten say, Kwame Danso Court no, see there, were close no. That's just a very brief letter. And I know circular will release here on December 12th, which is yesterday. And I saw Kratano about Bonten. I say, following the occurrences at Kwame Danso District Court, I have been directed by His Lordship, the Chief Justice, to request you to close the court temporarily from today, 12 December 2025, until further notice. Please treat the directive as urgent. Then I say, "Empre, I can say Adebi are closing temporarily. Not just any ya idea. Court no yatum." Na ebian hwehwe mu koso na wo fi se periperi ye ene afi abutoya mu timi ba obetumi abi na ye ka me gira we so na maka se wo ye babunu na yankopon mo ahoden ade eche no ma nkwa o expect wo se ahoden ene nkwa no de ama no odi be nyansasem na aboa wabrabo. Ghana is not a banana state. Ye nyina ye maame no ye papa no that time 1992 ye mu bi na ye nkwada aba na yantobi ebia po yandonom ene omo maka de atu bi a ye nyina na ye tena ase na ye se na ye free soja aba mu na ye ba kabima minka bi ene ye nya the consultative assembly wo twini Ghana ntwetwo ne ntwia so ene ye gitum se we na ye constitution a ye be use ye wi ya mana nka ho ye to aba na aba na kire se constitution ye gitum anase ye nyintum statistics ne show say in excess of 90% and a jitum we say this is the constitution I be use. The nyanse san ni de say wo kofuma nipa no do say sensem ni nti ye chedin ana na meti ayanche me ana na mpanifo e wo fiduam ha na yanche obia na wo ne ye chew it means say ye chew so kra no a enye no ano no ye be hwem udi bema ye be jawo udi fo a na wakodam na emre no wadi ba say nipa sebe wo modam ye mfa wo nko ankafo say wabodam. You say we are right thinking Ghanaian in the society. Nti yemfa wonko any quarantine. Na say me de mrasha mensa ti makokot a bukota timweni ti adwam ya bunka na ma afefa so. And obi a emra kire no no. Na this is what is this how we want to run our countries say. Say na yempanyimfo a enche bia by the natural order. We say duamunu bu, ya wuyebu. But primarily it is believed that penny be wage akwada. Tena empanyifo omadi 60, omadi 70, omadi 80. And they disansem hunu sa ankwasi asem na ne ehun se omodi enche ombe konto ombe free society no. But emabunu a wo hwe obi ani ma e bi o less than 25 years. Until all other things being equal, say the life expectancy of Ghana is around the region of 63, 65. No, so any panel additional 40 years to live on this earth. Say we have to then they engage in some of these things. Do we mama we papa na back we no bana say be puno na that dem I say one can so cry our problem. We should be careful. I say chance na careful with them careful because the peace I enjoy nothing and I repeat and you bet me exchange for na I am paying for cancer be saying to wada say a ba na pinchen ba ebia uni ba bia kwete se medie it's me hu ade no me yam shame pa to be honest me yam shame pa and Bono East enche bia no na ni nyina no one region demarcation we I call it artificial demarcation ni nyina bronga half so that is my mother region dina me ya pa sa no because those places we don't do that you resorted to civility in classes am any say so be so cry ewo ye mayimu na sani amedi kan no Abdul Salam CPP Ashanti Regional Secretary watanse anopai Poyando MPP Communications Director ewo region mu ono so atanase sanso and Junior and so Abba. Now they say no, what's the man? What free I captain no Abba Hanti. Me so na Abdul Salam Mate. But microphone na kasa gumie mame. Bibia e boko there.
Yeah, madam, there.
Weekend na ko say.
I know.
Na nim so be black o. Onko lumba yi ni bi.
Oh, David.
And yi na ti wani so.
David Nkobi.
Onko bi adai. Onye lumba fan.
Yeah, man so hold him.
O say mansion of hanka yi ni maso. Once e ba so the twins mansion ni hobi.
Me dem nko, that's all.
Okay. CPP na me ko say.
Oh, yeah, I say as usual na me ko say the city anet here. This be
how do you want to see CPP in the next 5 years?
Oh, I want to see a very organized CPP in terms of infrastructure and maybe make us a fund.
Okay.
Because make us a personality be your members. I can tell you, say, every constituency members were intact.
Okay.
And every day they have been calling, telling you that infrastructure was never conform. Most of our party in constituency in the office. It makes us 99% in the office.
Okay.
In fact, region Crown, I should to maintain our office.
Wow. In terms of rent, utilities,
anything can happen to us anytime.
So in the yesterday years, now draw Sika from here.
Oh, now a reserve fund from dues, from membership, and other support. I mean, look at up to the UK branch. I'm a financier, UK branch.
But as a secretary, you are the day-to-day administrator. Why are you not able to siphon monies like dues from your members?
I mean, to me, because of I'm a fellow who I confidence in the leadership. They open away.
The leadership as in you and up there.
Up there.
Okay.
People don't see the reason why they should support the party when it doesn't look organized for now.
How often do you meet as a party?
As a party, as a regional executive, I actually be a 3 months meeting. And I'm sure I'll be a next week meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yes. As for leadership at regional level,
I'm curious. Until we share more discussing here, what do you discuss?
A lot of things. Challenges our party. How do you get the party organized and stuff? How do you raise funds? You can say as a plan, but say a third direction. Because I'm for Philly say party now a conform. So one will be after so other than so Chama Kachan said next week that's why we are going to discuss how to raise fund and then
this is a target group here for.
You know, see, can you know membership from all facets of the organization but after Indom exiting, most of them they go back to the schools. Can you know teachers be brave and they won't cry chairman and secretary. They don't want to relax. They say next week how to organize and get those people back. Because I'm not educated. Okay. Some of the issues we're also looking back into other services like nurses and other things.
Are you not changing the bedrock of CPP? Because I remember, when Kwame Nkrumah broke away from the UGCC, that is where he started going down to the veranda boys, track pushers, and all of that. So if you are going to target the elite, are you not shifting from more
we are going to use the elite. Say elite, you use to go to the grassroots.
Okay.
So I'm coming to go about 6,000 police stations. You need somebody who is elite or call about my DS, and you use to reach the grassroots. Except that I did a challenge by finance. If not for finances,
as a money justice here, are you going to be subsumed by either of the major political parties, either the NDC or the MPP?
No, not yet.
Some of them want to the Great Alliance, and at this time when
and no be from the 32 alliance with Rollins, 96 alliance with MPP, because the imperative for the NDC be kind people.
Okay.
I can't move here with Professor Hagan as well. MPP by Paul Hagan, so Commissioner of Culture, and leadership on dead. So say for free, so in Dubai, so you know the challenges. And the Yanya Obia waiting now for long.
What is preventing you from taking that mantle?
Me?
Yes.
At national level?
Yes.
Let me introduce myself for general secretary, but we need to come.
Wherever there's a will, there should be a way.
Yeah. That one I'm considering doing so. But for now, I don't say it should need acceptance in the eyes of people. So I see we invest in them, they will make something. You see the potentiality of getting to a certain level, no?
Yeah.
Financially. Okay. But when it sounds like only chance to win.
Yeah.
And the benefit say or the more crana here they be able to that's a problem. And if I go to market seeking for money, let me know upon end of qua. I'm going to easily than me because people say, and people here so I be 8 years on Masaba. By the CBB,
I know
when I say because I hear so I be 8 years on Masaba. By the CBB, also, I make yourself look attractive to people. Say, oh, maybe 2 more be. So that's what we would want to do now. Your guys are the grounds, but also
okay. Martin, say it's always a joy to have you in the studios. Urapo yando mache. Na honamu ye boko there.
Oh, what be sani ye pa. Honamu there. Nyamia ye na famu there. Na the NDC for any jomahama be ye na aka.
Mese no ma ne so kakra ma me.
They say honamu there onyame aye na famu there. Me ho ye.
Okay.
Nanso so asetre mu hawo ne abebresa ye na mu Ghana ha no. Aluta eso. Me amiti here nyame abo me o se me didi me ensa. Ene me didi ba. O ti ase eni ma nko ye. Aluta me hwe wanim straight man ka kire. Nipa ho kire no Ghana ha.
Eni ma nko ye o Ghana. Asembe na akan po.
Asembe na meke. Wa udi adanse o. Aluta udi adanse.
Eni ma nko ye o Ghana.
Utimi didi me ensa ene. Utimi didi me ensa.
Really?
Utimi didi me ensa ene. Me de me ntimi didi etime complain. Enko ye
Adiane nkoye ka chere.
Aduane sam bibia kosoro. What we know they say dollar akofom. It should translate into the reduction of prices of goods and services. O come say iron rods yatiso. Na nipa ne nya sika odi be didi na odi akota iron rods. Eti egu han say beba fom. Iron rods ye check the normal food we dey say dey hen yatiso say. And a pro-country cry 5 cities akufo at the time. Pro-country aduane call 15 cities. They say. Odo ayase na to aduane e segu asema. And then ye top ya.
Fine na now top pro-country 5 cities as say call 15 cities.
Oh, stadium. Me chere mechi amanse center line owura se wa fufuo bi ho kama. Menim so uba hanche yo.
No, I'm say 15.
And na pro-country ye 15. Salmon na ye 10 cities akọ 20. Odaya sini
esaguzo different market ana.
Different market. The obia economical.
Really?
The obia economical.
What is a no se na no se gucha for se omotete omo na ma so. Did you hear?
Omotete ano matete.
Omo se omatete so did you hear that?
Oh media mente here. But niema meto bibia me ebia Monday ana say ochina no mete so they are fine. But the normal aduane aye to nyina bibia pagya.
O chance you can say oh hwemanim street na aka. Hwemanim street no be.
Hwemanim. Just give me
one economic indicator more time na e better say na ya wo say.
Oh baby. Met me cry kire we say we even had single digit inflation and no dey born yesudwe no. Met me kire o. Ana wo yensem joni wo akra haven't we had single digit inflation for my muda. I na aba ebia omo say aba o. Ezo so bibia no is what? Dollar.
What in policy rates say?
Policy rates. I say it's around say 23 or so.
No.
I say
no, check and tell me. I want you to tell me.
Oh, nothing.
You look at inflation, look at policy rates.
Yes, say help me in that conversation because me right now no, I don't believe in figures.
Really?
Because figures. Oh, do you believe in the figures?
Yes, because that is what we've been staying with. I can't choose and pick.
Error was what I believe in figures. That's the Yanson fast. They say I'm a catcher. Dollar drew 9 cities, I drew 10 cities. It does not translate to. And no, I can't say.
Okay, it does not translate
to reduction of prices of goods and services. Abana niema. Onwa ton bi ni ade no me paacho wada roma dollar so tie yateso because we were made to understand say electricity prices water prices dollar component ka ho and the man cost me bo so if aban no e ka che say yate dollar so adenti ni aka che say January yes beto electricity mu 10% na ya to water mu 16% adenti a who hemanim Jimmy Sway. So if you let me sit here and be some policy rate, 100 rate, now make a care can fair the over now it does not translate. There were tongue. Petrol, go like yeah, buy the neighbor dancing star oil. How? Petrol we have been made to understand say you go picking now from one source near their baby. I don't think buy no idea you go no near their board they say start oil. Why?
Unim say over the years petrol I turn hand or mama ranger you don't sell below and you don't sell above. Can you tell me say go prices and above the range? No,
it's not above.
No, but say above the range, then we can have that conversation. But if it is within the range, then you can blame them.
And can make them more confident. Say, I buy no dear no, your clear salary is need to be animal or mono dear. At least it should calm down. Because Juma offer cost of production in Libya, it should translate to a near might be a back off of my mouth. And I answer. Say around this one factory at Dubai, the government was cushioning some of the kind of say cost. So the output now you know expecting to say a bema goods now you produce na akofom. Okay. Now where they have some have seen airborne will be BM need the airborne they say private sector now or no have the cost to now.
No, so mumu then. What's this about umumu so ana hwan afa? Ana now refer to.
Oh, there be na me can't chema won to me there no.
What's the mumu
500 be. And then me say near my chairman. What you say? Me send you na MTF up say near bring me back. He say I cannot send this amount to such a person.
Really?
Oh, why would I lie? Aluta me tenasia me can't rule. What you say? The air cost and I'm de etuja. Oh, the American. Now, my main father went to us and send a minua about. Oh, your regional minister, a friend is saying, spokesperson to or Paubian or Paubijai. Their Akosu is it Kwame Danso? Courty. And I make us as Antiman Temuha. A beer cosu, a war, ha. Share a crowby war or Boise Chichiweri, any dadjune. Afa Ababe 1 month in ye. Nipa a bema close to 300 to 400 people. You could fire woman and do this 2 a.m. ne 3 a.m. Echo go prison. Echo remand for 2 weeks. That a sad aspect in the say. Adia omukoye no. And yes, that you need for no. I am for it. Kadajuni be wo. And a hope for no nip soldier for any confrontation. Then mistakenly, you be far obuase dadwen ene tete were for me feel say adia ye dia ye wo mo no omobu anyi so dia wo ye say news item ya wo dia ba say and I me twe ye minister adwen ene obi bia na adwen akoso say when they see say adia ye wo mo wo say citizenry no and say so mo fa emrasha o mo nsem sa so na mo ye de mra kan say ye de tumi ama mo say mo fa mra no mo ye ho ban no mo so mo fa mra no nhye mo nsem and kwachi people illegally. Me say I've been to that town now oko the level of abufua e wo kronim so no say minister pa na you wa ha on frɛ ona onko krom ho no onko pa mema ni nyina acho for what they have been through.
So I think that you are a good friend to the production team. I don't like surprises. Think a story say you hint them. Then
I will never lie.
Very well.
Hussein Ibrahim and Makofa minister enko pasa krom fo ni nyina acho. Because Abufuo have been there myself.
Why are you not say a security agency in a corner? Why are you not calling on the security but the
now your security agent? Who is the chairman for
is the chairman for
in this region? Me Pierre Kwana me na Bogate and you know.
You do have an Abogate.
Me family na
Okay, that is Poyando of the New Patriotic Party. Mame Enko Hussein Ibrahim of the National Democratic Congress. Hussein, that is saying
Aluta, tachamata bujona mojaru dia furusani di namyadom amodin wo hankasa edika mechia no maboma baso yi fojuma de sunko am yede boa asantiman ne Ghana nyina mechia salam machia Poliando mechia minua bema eye
idi na ubono na simple sa
na me de
what's a Poliando din gonka de
me bra penny salam me ye ne den me ye Poliando me manu yako in fact na watching in the na no mame o me kusi no man chi sabra so I think you move bien to me anko but empire boni bibia minister member
nti me boss the original minister in fact odi
But na kola no moment ba.
Et me kokoboa ma bibia e kama. Aluta.
Yeah.
Empenifo ka zembi ze. Se wuti so a ye to twade mfun.
Ububa.
What is
She Riot fan.
Ma Poliando ahunu ze. O ti honu mi say ban say me ne wo kɔ economic indicators matrices. Bibie no amefom da. Me no be kɔ no head on. Untumi nka hwe. Ubisa no question back ho. Oso yi bibi on phone so we ya chiro. There be. Afro no ankasa kura ubisa no what how obi oto wo defending the political party or ka economy ho asem. Ka wanka economy ho asem anya me yawo. Or ka economy ho asem na momoni ma dey friend policy rate. Bibi aga policy rate ande.
That would not be fair. One can say onim, but it was the figure and of his figure. Yeah, that is different from the onim policy.
Policy rate no. Let me say Aluta kra be boa 18%. 18%. Why? It's no. I
23.
Because I
will not sit down for anybody to insult my intelligence.
I'll come to you. Don't worry. No, I'll come to you.
Maybe I'm policy rate.
I'll come back to you.
What's it? 23. Because I'm a cat at 9 and I
I'll come to you.
Person mama Poliando who say me you operation na say okasa mframa komo do tinya botra me operation be operation ni wia de opebia no den waka what na dem say kan say me bre say enema board ni wasi kotodwo say den de me ba na metie no I'm say hey Poliando sa communication no
23 no crowd
no as some can how the reduction is not relating to yes my microphones into you are disturbing me
me dey na me nim dey okafa me ba o NDC e ba mu eniema e ka say be ye e dia ma Ghana nyina titru asantima nyina no ya gusu aye ne kakra Aluta ya ka say e ba bibia ye frɛ no e-levy ebetwam ye twam enne me no ka se momo anka wo sende de akwa chama wuntumi ntoro a wote awudi momo yi ka ko yanka e-levy kianti
onyina so na sense wo ditro
se mi mpredua sasika wo se wo sende ma chama wuntumi me dane ma no sika wo se wo sende ma chama wuntumi a ye mu bi de ye nim se enya no kore no ye mu bi ye nim se bi enya no kore no sasika nka wo sende akianti e-levy bi wo covid levy amode ba ye yewra mahama ba ye free honum ye chese ye free wa magana fo nyina hu sampa ye hyebo ye diso emission levy enema bebre honum a ye ba ye economy ni stable and then me no to first Mr. Poliando ti we o ka kire ne say onka economic matrices and as indicators krampo a o ma ban no na ye better than ye de na o betima tena have 5 years o timi boba akokra nche.
He made a strong point. Yes, it is a fact sir. The cedi na gaining strength. Dollar no relatively stable. With that aside, policy rate above from inflation, we are in a single digit. But we are being asked to pay more by way of utility. So how is that reflecting?
Okay, by way of utility, no. Omo ankasa MPP for ankasa. Omo ko IMF for ko ye hihye bi. Ofa ofun na obo Google. Obeti IMF condition. Utility tariffs. To be, I think, increased by 14%. Google never had it. And the MPP for time. Okay, you know, a friend is saying, okay, call Winima. Or the catch that will say, MPP are buying no, any IMF for call ye, say quarterly biano, yenye adjustment. A woman. 80 million America. Ohe document so page 74 of document no. I have the document here. I will share the document with you. No what can you say MPP are buying more na mo de ekoto sa di we mu. Enti minim say this about if IMF mu a. Sa ade a ye kwaso yi.
But what you are saying is different from so far government communications and even the releaser ECG they buy. They cited the strength of the cedi as against the dollar. Exactly. And almost say 5 years be a major review. Yes, so it has nothing to do with IMF conditionality.
Also, no, because year to two. In fact, you buy this is not the first time utility tariffs are cost. Yeah. And only idea I'm percent me set it. Okay. What I say, when you idea on year 5 years and you're 5 years, but the akukọ so ni nyina ye because of MPP for IMF for mo de call ye no and then ama sa o how na beto Ghana for so in any other case nema o kase entity so minim maybe on no turn nema free me try and supermarket and I say be beer di wa hanya advert ma obia. But I can assure you say see from a me no be wura ija. Me no be wura ija. Ni akwa koto emo, ya to anwa, ya to abro bag, unma abro bag. Mo time na 1,600 cedis and there 1,250 Ghana cedis. And to name us on see you.
Okay.
Me try to say me call market, me call market, me be am could me hear you view. Me me dey abontin so sa. Nti me ta ton name abontin. Nti me nim say be ono no be o ton name dey oni nima. Me call market, me wie ye no price am ye ya tete so ni.
Okay,
price of goods and services. Me call market ya tete so ni. Nti me sre Poliando. So who nim.
We say me da say. Te ajefo aha Israel FM Kukurantumi so ni na no pa me ne Hussein of the NDC, Poyando of the MPP, and Afi Abdul Salam of the CPP, and AD Nkomo. Yeah, by issues, so I don't know. And some near me answer, I wouldn't want to restrict you, but maybe I person or the before Biano. Abdul Salam, either Pandai run as I say Electoral Commission, let's say December 30, about to in the position of the opposition party and what the government also is saying, lithium dealer, and also no say the revised deal is being withdrawn. And of course, the tango surrounding the office of the special prosecutor. I don't know which of these, but we are very sorry.
Let me take you on with the special prosecutor issue.
Okay.
I think I was a manner, especially around here, your mind. My piano. It's not for nothing. Say baby, be say and she found and sana a jet to near the edge. Tosha, tell up a man penny Kufado catch yourself, so the independent prosecutor, Eban. About power, no, ye marafa. Now you see, problem I away nine say, send I didn't cast a bashas and yes, and a yen. What Akufado, President Akufado, and then candidate Akufado catch and say, Obabe independent prosecutor. And the Juma by Ben say, a dream dinner that they know, obey free, I prosecute them for without any political influence behind. They know in TSN say it could be bar on share party beer color, and I want to be or yen the Juma, Sanamra at the man of someone. But from the beginning, I established that office in Ireland, mistaken by. We shifted from independent prosecutor to special prosecutor. That's office of special prosecutor. And so, it's a creative board man.
Okay.
Our board knows also. There was a board no. You better pick up people from private and as a public officer or me independent minded people. But the board was formed by the government. And the indirect network or no crown is being controlled by a government. Because we be our board as CBiano when the absolute control over the office. Yeah. He has to be consulting the board as an the BB. If you also are the powers of knowledge protocol and also or no uniform, it is still in the hands of a attorney general. And the way in an attorney general can walk into the court and say, "I know you're no man."
I'm no more interested.
Enjoy. They told me you share a manu. There's a role also on play. You see the mandate on the corruption and the corruption related issues. But don't share what is the function of Yoko. It's the same thing. Also institutions be like Memphis BNI Omoyebi. Or even public account committee Omoyebi. To extend the because accountant auditor general Yebi. Shira Jobia Sajmana Omuya Yebi. And the only solely responsibility of that function. At any point in time, they are stepping into Obi, investigator Obi Nessa de Pacono has already been in other office. I'm also for any shadow corporate. So one of the things I move and all challenge was cooperation from other offices. Say a German away or certain information sir one shadow any easily because if you say Mao succeed easily. Yeah, we become irrelevant. Yeah. How can we be in the office? You're creating office, maybe you're an assistant for 10 years. Over a year, you are winning cases, you are prosecuting people easily. We should know that thing is not going to happen. And I wasn't surprised as I follow a year Martin Hamido. I say, no office in establishing. In fact, tell my man staff, my man secondment staff. The Panay, Amabano, I'm sharing a Juma. I'm moving to the Amasa, I'm moving to for 10 years. According to my Tamidu, I'm office in an Amajin rather than say I'm more in the office. So from onset, I say, yeah, the dean and the office, but we are not ready to work with the office because I went through an act, Office of Special Prosecutor Act 2017 Act 959. No powers are money. Very nice way, a craft of a constitution. Now, Parliament and approvals are no. Let's a shortcoming say, but what do we do? Do we say because or buy when we need case beer and it does not meet our expectations to collapse I don't think that's the right thing. The first thing we should identify and say, they ain't want to mean that you but I just say the establishment of board and the office itself, and yet send us a catch here because now we thought say we are going to have our DFN independent prosecutor. We were independent. This man is not independent man. And to the other NBN or be I can say fancy yes, that is one. Two, officers in any ready to make cooperative team. You know the same man because say who's your friends Anquanoma. People are not cooperating with him. I guess we say we say and to know or you bet me numerous of a kind. It was he was communicating to us say the colleagues and I said other officers are not helping him. And that is another one. Then it also means and say near as a society because we are corrupt minded people. Obibia visa where threat to us we are supporting. So day in day out in ano you treat the serena but deliberately adibia ka enye failure in legal offense offices you who decide as a failure because find say na establish office from 2008 I'm take over till now which is around me find say by 8 years in me case of the courts ni failure 1 year never compare bia office of attorney general case of the court no failure 1 year office of attorney general worse than is but to be a office attorney general because all the a president appointing you bet me sign easily we know was 7 years mandate and so I want to be in salon and at any point in time they are find holes you loopholes be na dey a bonnet chair balance and free. That's how I see it. Me can be I will repeat say be better at this moment officer the best solution is say yam pam and I am close to that office no your corrupt minded person.
Really?
Yes, I go question confront the police. Who say the police confront person with the police and you see I dey me GT say we establish law.
How is the office gatekeeping corruption?
No, you see, his existence in Kuano is a deterrent for corrupt minded people.
Okay.
I'm telling you, say, Cronforba baby legas a police, whether Wahuna or Huna, the mood better. So, Sana offices, laws are laws are made proactively. Say, the existence on Kuano, Emma who feel say, Mammy Bonnie. So, when I'm now doing say, me kumobia, ye be kumia, and Unqua Emma will stop. They may catch a for some because Ghana, police for and got a year for 1 week. Not sure if you can walk on the street freely. Ufuna without be and come you. But for the thing is, a mrebi police war or GI, but you don't want to stop.
Okay.
So I think, say, the existence, DBA, about fighting corruption. And let's ask ourselves institution being like I say, Parliament. Parliament of Ghana.
Yes.
Look, compare Parliament of Ghana, input at the Parliament of Ghana, and their output. Never compare that of officers.
Can we even say parliament in totality? Because this is something an uncle under private member bill.
But then I'm issue in parliament.
So more or less privately sponsored.
Whether it's private or not, so consciously parliament and say imagine say you'll get it because I heard Kasai, the former Paul Kasai
I have fought to
and MP before Kasai to stand and speak of parliament. Also say some because Sky they are who for Sobia also. Okay, and was sitting on his chair. And I make us say, so cash about input at the ma a special prosecutor. Often consider input at the ma parliament. Now output today.
Okay.
Because one of the institutions make us say they feel as a parliament. Look at the policies, any programs in the passing parliament. How many of them now sure say are working efficiently? My more recent example, in a mama's time, Sagalame building a cost I was compared 400 million. I got people what's a parliamentary issue about it. I'm often to move.
No, the person involved, no cry, he's been acquitted and
discharged. They made the parliament. Any parliament and approve. I don't know one. Any parliament and approve. What are they talking about? You see, when you fail, there's nothing wrong with that. But when others fail, who feels on the watch or call, and then can we close your parliament? Because I can tell you one of the institutions about disappointing or
that's a very interesting twist. Now, maybe moving forward, the Benya time after that angle too that you brought in. Paul, Maminti also, Nimbo be out there or they fan of
Maminti Yama Kakrabin free away home. Asana Makwa, with the Befa, a friend is Pandino, Mr. Wa. Now, share Yatna Hama NDC for. Dane Dana na yetum futuro gu yani IMF ni ekoye no Jantuah Aluta udi adanse se emfaso obayo oti ase hwe de ma ye ba ye ne se mu siki se abrofo na we de omo ka no omo mfa ye ka encheyen oti ase yenye bibi mfa ye ka no because asitere mu ahokyere atu ye nyina oti ase me can dey see 2022 no Russia Ukraine war ni ade. So we start for that. No, mo ka say na mu kura mu internally no any man send mu tutuatua mu de no because this DDP and stuff like that hwe IMF ye call ye no eno na ama NDC fo abaya omo ba omo tuaka bi ya twi ye kamu akwachire I think it will start 2027 mebo a ene ya start si atua ehye faso ni bi no ene ne ho ahare no ema ne timi de $10 billion ekra e de she cedi mu say enko for mebo a emfaso no so no bi ne say ye interest rate na e wo ye loan so a ya giwa abrofo ne ho no around 23 ye timi negotiate by 9%. Emfaso so no bi ne say Ghana ka $4.7 billion ya de chair oti ase eti say wo be ka sansem we nyina ena omade omukoye na amaye tutututu mu saa no a ura fi emfaso so a we derive from we no ti mamenti ho ni fro enye obi na ye no obi IMF fofo na I dey still not here ene edisika ekoto aeroplane abra nipa kra omu extra de ye ntimi ntu omuka I dey not here IMF fofo na ese mu nkoto aeroplane no ananti ase nipa complaining say ohawa ba ahokyira ba tete niema so emaye osimi de mekoto aeroplane we ayibi wom I was ye can uba be blame mun say we justify yen kotua na MPP for na ya to MPP for e trot to was a munkoto plane ma me mfa ma asem no emfa e friend say pandai ahomte hwe wo mo e was so mo hye embrama yen because the parliament is to make laws ema ye ma hwan ye nyina e bedi so oti ase nti mo hye mra mundi so ena my yati ase so say asem wo court a menya lawyer asem wo court a yenka ho asem mpomebo a we have to make sure say we see the final determination of it. That is our kama ene eyiye kura no aba bedru ba bia yadue ene se beye na nipa bu se nipa mbu ejina se ne niam na kwa aba bedu ti na menu aka say asem a eyi a controversies wo ho de onko ba ya support odobro ni de beko oti ase because we best solve a lot of problems dobro ni solve problems yeah Chief Justice ye na di as Chief Justice but ya say na di as a judge eti ma me say ye media as Chief Justice processes are ya say ye medi as judge no yan follow it asem no court what they about the current Chief Justice ya ni say no he had the power to set up a panel yentie ma me no eno na minority no yes and no asem wo court it think he suspended because of NDC omo numbers ni ade inti no omo de akoso now the signal out there they say asem wo court to try it bu faso that is what they have told us now pandai there were 152 can you say polling stations meboa ene ya to aba ama nipa no ayinda mo se wan no MPP Matthew no wa winning with a margin of 3,724 nipa na on in the contesting here and say our problem with 41 out of 152 intimi menya lawyer menya judge but any reasonable bin bia no ebeka say oh any our contention wo 41 no dia nke hombom e na yen konkoto ote dia ye kana say we there bienim de ba judge ni team and whatever was yen konkoto entire elections ni nyina yes so the minimum crown is easy. Sometimes you come with registration, whether agent is there or not, they will do their registration. And who come also orientation, they will tell you, parties, you know, you at least we are stakeholders. But without you do our work. And I yes sir, or my yes, I am a winner. Judge sit down. Now, Emrana sa my window. Say, Adebi ye cut you, and I can be as a woman peninsula. You can do an appeal. And yes, sir. So, whilst we appeal, you know, there's something within the law, a no stay of execution. Maybe me dem nya lawyer ntimiti an wa ka chem stay of execution ni nyina akere say asem na earlier we na judge na kano a appeal aba no in between e ho no yen suspending ne kakra ne yen twen appeal na ebeba no asa ne hu final ananya sa eti saa de no e wo ho say ya na say appeal ne mai na say speaker of parliament Emma Clark ko EC say seat now a vacant panda seat now a vacant who say they have been fair to them to the person and
yes you timu fine tia mo nku
asma me counting I'm talking about the law
on this as a state execution there should be a ruling on it.
Yes.
So what to rule you just file and the court say 18 from best or me rule on it.
Yeah.
So mo rule there the speakers
and I'm say you be ruling and you rule you me say there nim common sensically president ewo ho with jachikres in there ana meboa me ni amome anya niema ne nya fe o enye say NDC a win overwhelmingly in now tena radio zugwa na yeka nkwata because we party alusu ohini bi kura timi tena say no kasa yempani for your sankwas ya lusu ti no just ye nto wira mu o anase abobo bodam bibi na ato ye na mo so bi beto mo o te de aka no eti me dia me nim ne say still for execution wo ho dia adenti ne ye ntwen masa de no emba na appeal no judgment ne ba ansa ne ya hyase
this is here what the subo ebo ho
yes eti me de subo ebo parliament here omu ye emra ma me no mienu say ye ni so now we are all looking at you SC or CJ remove ayi so ma me ne de koye wase mo hwe na mo ka ene mo buo adane number 2 ena aba panda ya ye nyina nim say 152 nipa no wo mu contest 41 and so judge say yen koto ni nyina why appeal stay of execution aba mo se muntie you go ahead and do sadie no me feel say it is never fair
and o hwe ne din a nsonso be na wo what is going on CCA with Matthew Nyindam there no and then abodapi ne jache question there
me say
you see any difference ana
the difference woman say where the chief can say speaker of parliament no he is comfortable say obeka say onye can say yen declare seat no vacant compared to the chikwesi there na oka say no and so we cannot declare his seat no vacant me dem feel say mo ye twa muka mo nya hwio emra na mo hwehwe maye mo ko mo hwemra bezi se emri ye da so hwemra na se emra no mo hwe na se mo amu ndi so ewo ye nyina ye ni so dia then what signal are you sending to ye wo from emane nya wo mo se sebe overwhelming yi na omanya wo ho no ombetime atena ya ye wa chiri so we nipa over 100,000 eto aba emu ba akopa ne yi na betena ho o te de ya ka no ene ya adwi mu no ya ne se o represent ye nyina eti se nipa ba ko no represent ye nyina na se o take the pity from the ekoso me feel say it is never right we should see them as honorable people omo ye honorable things ebetimi ase ni good way amaye na no nyame no nete ha e na wo ka kire me say news item be say members of parliament womo nko parliament because air condition ye adwuma meboa enkofo air condition ye adwuma mo nko parliament no omo timi approve say yenkoto play mre Ghana mo ankasa mo daily eniama you need for your comfortability mo betimi dia ye adwuma no ade na mfanhye o but they are comfortable to sign and approve ento aeroplane yenko pad ni enkonye nkokọ abra one kasa wo face kra you don't have a conducive environment
as a party mosi gina yes we be contest come December 30
yeah the parliament minority ho no mebo mabaso say omo man kredi ededi now they are seeking say they have to go and withdraw the letter omudiako EC no because asem no e court yen hwe na determine na emwa I think Sandro Chisometi general secretary say we are determined to go what you say and ye be so whatever being the case ye be call because omo brand ade bia omo pese omo ye na president John Mahama say yes nyame o na aka kira asofo no say opese o to aso ko term ni ade and so they want to take everybody out of the parliament. Now, Omufanya dia Omobeye, which mean
okay,
Ghana you see a beacon of democracy, no, and says a tenacity Emasadi no AC.
Okay, but as far as the ruling nearby and there, I never saw. It was in tandem with the third term agenda. The ruling can be independent of itself. Then that third term agenda. So we can also play the ostrich. Say that agenda is being pushed, and also we cannot play that also. Yes, because I mean, Hussein also, bro. Hussein, Mami Tionso.
Number one, me person me take.
She riot fan.
Na me call any of the substantive topics in this. Or say NDC injected 10 billion.
Speak to the microphone for me.
Or say NDC injected $10 billion. And they are stabilizing city.
$4 billion.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, Kasari no my. It's me do me so no nyap to so makasa. Mama kan okranchiro. Me tell him say me finance expert. But Miss Yan de kakra. Osha Bank of Ghana, the Bank of Ghana nyina say if it be a year forex and as exchange rate. Say udi CD at the Bank of Ghana. Na Bank of Ghana ma dollar. Uti Bank of Ghana ji dollar no the mawa. Now what the onum CD na what jene de akwa koma gold board. Na gold board they are to gold they akwa monone akotong the dollars na e asa bo mai ni mu. If it be intermediation or so, a finance mu. The actually in no. It's Bank of Ghana and Tamsi can be
right. That's right. Also, Ojama account and tomorrow some Canada. Time account policy rate in 170. I came into correct one to him policy rate. So you will not be fair on him, so because on him. Monoso and Traso. But Hussein, this is a trite knowledge. I'm quoting from Joy FM line. This is a story. Dated 9th December 2025, published 11:23 a.m. Was it BOG pumps $10 billion into forest market to aid city stability? It is here.
What a government spokesperson is also. You're a fellow of
oh, why not?
Why be churchimu? The all can be a meme the Mekano. And the Bank of Ghana J a year forex now. No one or the city now marginal. Eddie Aquacoma gold board, that gold board, they are Togo, they are common on it. Aquaco tongue. The dollars now back Bank of Ghana ho. And see, I think say anyway say the boy but you see headlines there. Many India Chile but sanity
the Bank of Ghana BOG but remember the Bank of Ghana BOG has injected about $10 billion into the forest market since January 2025 to help stabilize the city. This is the total amount it has sold to commercial banks and businesses to meet their dollar needs. A move that has significantly supported the stability of the currency. So it is out of a concerted effort to make sure that we stabilize the city. It is not a wrong move to make.
But no,
yes, it is not a wrong move to make. Yes.
Massa. What fellows want to understand is say what bank are doing today like an intermediary.
Yes, intermediary.
Yeah, this can for second brand. I mean for money. That's but in reality. That's the money is being pumped.
Yes.
They are being pumped.
Yes.
It's gold board when I'm here.
No gold board. It's a process.
Massa, who customer read them for customer no never.
Information free. Check it 3rd July 2025 NDC buy it was $349 million Eurobond busiana edaho nti so ka se ntua buy ntua ka bia dia na asem na ka na hurudu rada sem ye tua eka in fact January kra tua bi ene ye se tua bi ya meet obligations nti o ka se ntua ka dia bia na unnim se ye tua ka na o ka play bi ho asem in fact ye top play na ye ende se timnya play na ebe boa Ghana no, me tell you, more time. You are for 8 months pay. Presidential or rented jetta costing Ghana 62 million cedis. It is 620 billion. Yewura Akufo-Addo for 900 or ton saying. And a little bit over 37 million. Now yet to me in Yewura Akufo-Addo sika or the rent or the name 8 months penal. In Keka said the told jet maybe the amount of Ghana. Come away. Etimisraw. Mo de mo ba na mo rent and mo say sika by see e Toby. Now in any other case Mahama crowd jet out to the just on obetenam bi.
Until tired.
Because make sure there no or to the amount of mine no ebe bo mine because enkwa listen Yewura Akufo-Addo esa ba Yewura Akufo-Addo meba Yewura Akufo-Addo su bi e we MPP no sa ba biwa onye na ajo so rent private jet bia built we say Mahama secure e bi de to hold them because you start the process now it will take about 3-4 years before sana jet na be do Ghana hanim say Yewura Akufo-Addo otoye no Yewura Akufo-Addo kwantram bi sana tienti ye nyina ye nya den ye nkambom ne mbo ma nya den enkoso pardon de minim say ye ma me no mo remote areas o mutie wo wunim bi efe menstrual poverty wote hanim say wo kasa asem we wutimi nya sika top pad ma umma me ma me ewo kotokuo machi ho ba bi sika kro de be top pad krampo na den menstrual poverty enuti me ba menstrual poverty enwa ye den ama ne ye ma mu ko school mu me kan what first what health organization report bi me re wo papa Ghana mom wo nkurase a edu so mu bu o mo so mutimi ko school in fact MPP man bi kura champion of parliament say yen try ne mfa mo man ye mama no mo school mu no MPP de o mo say ye pese agye nkura no moja ne de ye bone me kan Yewura Sami Ukoko ka asem ne emre bi atwa mu enti say MPP ni ti anim say no defend say pad no so ni mfa so a me ma me ote I friend say kotokuo machi ote anyinam so achi I friend say ote serebo so achi ote Paul munwi andwene ma me no so ho kakra nti me srew ensem ana wo ka ne de eni kwan say wo ka sa asem ne andwene ma me no ho na o si Dr. Frank oye nkoko ye say in fact mostly ana me fa me phone na me ko e bia TikTok na me hu sa nema ne bia me ko kan comment no me ana me nhwe me ko kan comment no wo kan comment ni wi a utimu say asama o kan no enkofo bebre di na tem e comment section ase nti minim say asem bi say kura no nya den on be ka because o kan no e na ko show bi su kutupa mo no so ko ka say on be kra enkoko yale ne yale de aba nti MPP communication de akwakoye chese communication o mu ya we the boy dum na we the boy da na we the nam ha mu ni structured way o mu de fa so communicate ema enkofo ni tie nti Dr. Frank Amakwe na yira o ye enkoko nketenkete o kan mitati mu de ente de bia me bon share from abaso ne say mu invite Boris B man ba oba ya o kasa no mitie papa na akosi ye o ye MPP ni o ti say Poliando me nua Poliando a otiwe Boris B ye MPP ni in fact obetena akase Yewura Mahama initiative no initiative a eso e be bo man Ghana in fact o de mu fa eye structures a ofamu a no o kire chain a be ma fa so employ nkura na e be processing kokko ne sa na ma ni nyina na am say Israel FM moduma santima dum man Ghana o because enka we nyina no ke animo o betena hanka wo tie bi kura menye sure senka wo de bia nkokko nketenkete no wo de be ye eyi bebre ntimi sure no memfa nye den emba me pacho me de me yem bi pa me yem bi dada me yem nkokko ne bi dada meguso asa ye na won kata kura de no sa tie aso pe bi ayen oni so so pe nkokko ne bi ayen etu tie aso pe nkokko ne bi ayen obi ye nkokko ana wo se kan wasem tie ye jama tie for na kasa on the issue of eye pandaya o kan wasem me pandaya no me nka bebre on se si yi kwan na sa nka odan a o se de nipa no yi nani eden ejene meboa good representative salfo anya who say Poliando Kotra TV so ka say electoral commissioner yi ene ma ekoso no mombo na salfo nya representative what be biza MPP ni be na o tell so be na no fight for the good people of South so munya representative
can two wrongs make a right
no, but say we say ni we na make no me pa chere say e wi ase de enipa opposition ehun hia de ntam de pa Aluta asem ni and then Aluta ka o tira Aluta be ka Aluta ka bi ade am de pa wasem no wona na Jantuah no mu kriw me pem wasem o sa de no enti say Poliando consistency de ehun hia sa time no hu ni say na enye by the day o ka say enye de am na wonya adwen by sa time no ye hu say enye ena ende de na e baaye no ye hu say de mu ye no so enye den enye And in any other case, me the court and some day, also me lawyer ni. Utrima bo biwe bano court and some
fancy I am not a lawyer.
No, me just utrima bo biwe.
Yes, I am not a lawyer.
Me just come as a lawyer.
I'm calling to them. I'm not a lawyer.
Utrima bo biwe.
What the assembly show Aluta?
Please allow me to finish. Aluta you be and the term about bill a ban say mmerachech mu because on usua de otie a lawyers for osua or kind ruling be ruling be about kind nti wona ne kasa obeto question kra ma okro yembe so ahwe obeka so lawyer ni ne so onye lawyer ni so what the make na say nti me to ekpandai de we are ready and me no Polando minim se ho so obeko ho de a me ni mi no beko akosia ho nti akosia ho do mfa sekpere ne yi e de sekpere be hia no ho.
But in all honesty, do you think sir what's going on fair?
Fair dey ntina fair eyi na o mo de call ye say o mo de afa akira call no say ruling ne be call on the 18th what I say ruling ne be ba so nya de ruling ne ma so ne akwa elections no okay and now your process de ekwa emu nyina boss
abana na ebeto
me say abana na ebeto na dey easy obi a ono no oman na man to me say ono na hwe abato no niam so e de krata aba abontin say yenko ugina court da ho ya bubu American police station starting a campaign you see omuni campaign message ti don be ye ani by this when him say me last week na me wo Pandai last week me na mo Pandai me ne a friend is saying me bosses me ensa bi you go share grounds one me free one man na me ka say no about to dey MPP for afena ma hu dey MPP for e den esu no because omo ankasa hu say go grounds one man emboa omo NDC in any other case NDC can do we can ye dia to also be 5 up and die hono MPP 2 we be kan one more ye dem because
96 na NDC 2000 NDC 2004 NDC 2008 NDC 2012 na MPP 2016 MPP and 2020 kwa na NDC Daniel Nsala
so what 25 we what 25 now we say na wodi undi do bebre but me share vote margins in fact na me tie Ira Musa Dan Kwanso so elections no ka bibi say e be close because who me say we no so popular kakra
because menya time cry where the presidential votes nearby it was also that close.
Yes,
John Mahama had 25,000 but Omia had 25,000 the difference in a little of 300 400
yes enti we dey utrimu fire now person to trust me
okay but other na mo a disconnect between parliament and the presidency. Why are you withdrawing the lithium deal?
Oh that be on say Ghana
I know be
public opinion sa ban so the bibi ba and so we are na Ghana for e ka so omum pe now we are by we listening government e wo so tie the Ghana for e ka no but aban bi ba ye Ghana for so mum pay levy me na Polando betra ka se mum pe kra na the levy ni ba ampom the levy ni ba ye
okay but that's
the difference no
eno
Ghana for kan ni tie ye ntina Ghana for ni age no
Until someone can you cannot decide on your own.
No,
because one lithium what the revised version the coy. Once again for I can see more withdraw. The office of the special prosecutor so sponsored through a private member bill. Just say President Abekan some more withdraw. So what is that kind of I double standard?
And I'm making double standard. The Ghana for Bekan and I'm a people are coping. In fact, institutions no do so. Governance na you know so governance no. Your institutions be brave and I yan kasa for and then me no to Aluta dey come dey pay 170 so na Jantuah. Mo tra na mo nya cash empe.
Okay. Na mamenko afidiase na mense nyankopon nhira ne nanim onyam emma Emilia Amankwa Adwoa Riches na dodo no a edefro na yewa woda enti producer Bernardo say omo awoda pa producer ohe picture ya dey ato he dia achi ma hwehwem the link between one Emilia Amankwa the Amankwa Emilia happy birthday Producer and Emma happy birthday na me touch my account na me mo hwi so na me nko kira e wo Sunyane West Director Collins one mranti ni na Kwame Obuntu ni na am told ze mo office on afi mo project Israel FM no wo screen so mo hwe me chia mu nyina of chief no nyina me ma mo good morning senior menim kakra de beka ho na afi
Panda issue you see with Panda issue, maybe I'm more problem immune. One, speaker make you ruling be okay. Echo to CI 132.
Yes.
Say because of the C Supreme Court, Emrebi no, it has now become clear. Say Emrebi a audio court beko High Court, case beko High Court. No, I ruling no. You have 7 days within which it take effect.
Yes.
Just as speaker say, I did be ambassador mo yebian within 7 days or something to me. MPP filed 3 cases. 1, appeal against the judgment. 2, still execution. 3, filed at Supreme Court. I think so within 7 days, you could have pushed for court to intervene. And it's not, if not for anything, the stay of execution. Nanka win and take effect. But I follow the law in the the moment a court declares seat vacant, speaker become a conveyor belt. By law, within 30 days, also to and the also speaker the name one kwano so general contempt of court because who say me no say NDC MP no lawyer I file a general contempt of court against EC say by 30 days in also election and there is speaker I don't see anything wrong with that in any case
but the EC also is insulated against the fact that time when you are letter no from the parliament not 30 days
speaker of parliament make can say speaker of parliament now only powers to determine the vacancy or not court already take judgment they told me no speaker of parliament once in our history declared 4 seats vacant okay I feel like it's a court because we need powers to declare seat vacant and then the mutu and then the obi declare seat vacant also no reverse nipa no gas only powers to declare seat vacant how can you reverse seat vacant he can't do that and to me feel say what people should have done me I don't support with the judgment even though Poliano make reference say 41 Amanka say 41 police station they were used as evidence in fact they were using say CR43 CR123 43 or 43 I check how to collate results and declare it they have to say 1 to G according to them from 1 C of V has not been used I'm of the views and can yes out of the view say correlation I'm saying this on the background says okay in the 2012 election when MPP went to court and seeking for our 2,000 police stations yes I friend say vote to one court make judgment say if the fact say Bamiaka say over voting and wrong figures I'm saying and yeah evidence enough for the election because
duplicate serial numbers unsigned at the end
I'm saying enough because they cannot throw away the sovereignty of people about sunlight so I don't see the reason why this one day happen I don't know me side but I know I'm going to the parliament maybe also I'm going to the court they should go to court and defend themselves there and the best thing before some of these grants good for them but I'm hoping that ruling on the 18th for state execution they should do but there is no justification in fact I'm going to make reference to I don't make reference to sir they see I was saying nothing now I see enough quite here no and then me MP for Manchia I'm so the NDC is another year and the Skumina or question the crowd was so sad because I say to me as what the family need to if you are about going to court in the community and cause say a friend say the question was pro the community the question the court catch and say he must come to court every day so what can ruling it happens more power more and more abuse so me feel say what MDC can MPP better plan say man so in them na kasa share campaign Poland no free abon plan na mo ko campaign
okay
na go
Paul we ma be na na zika panda ade diga na
na ko ni akobo me ko fo we ya yo ma ju so bebu ye nko she Aluta she minia efa OSP ne wan sem no am say president mama say yeah, man, time.
Yes, it's too early, yes.
I thought so. Be the petition bar. We need the answer. forward it to
the
necessary people.
One private bill, I'm going parliament.
Oh, Pacho. And now OS, and there be Pacho then, and I will say, okay. OS been then a crown. You know, say, yeah, man, more time. Net topic, no, Pacho.
Oh, the American said about
yes.
There are two things with OSP. One,
no, okay,
the petition by say they yin or no in person. Yeah, and they be able to private bill say young office and
scrappy office.
Now, your mama can say.
But Nipa and Casa, the best my unit. Oh, when you want chairman,
that's a different story.
Some community, I'm the please be a no sinker. You hold on with everything. What I say, but a petition party I will be. Ah, Miss Sumidi Kwako Kahon. Send your bay a bebwa palma, PC Jabe, Yenia didn't buy, Munyidim Ray, ya any pardon. What I say? Now, quite dear fast, you know, you met him. Oh, now you see any appointment. And I just say, now we're 20 general doctor or Fabra, wouldn't it? Umuadia, and unquiet justification. And now, church, one can say, it's independent. One can say, independent. Yes. Eti who did instruction from Attorney General Meboa. Na Attorney General say particular case we baby a why year drew be a Fabra was a minye. Unye dia why year drew no Fabra. One ne banta no. Eh gross insubordination. What you say? Eti no me so me trust say awombu Attorney General. Okay. What you say? Eti na Quebec ko competition. Mu yi no mra fie no hu se ne ade no esi etiem. Hwe enra we de nka ho ba ma me fa nka ho. Mami ka we answer my beke no lithium deal pense mo e kan na yuji aya de papa and she riot fan yema o man ho do entina ye mu what you say and that's just as he said consistency ehun hia papa ade a 10% nye e then a 5% mum eye cc you don't get the logic and I'm happy say a crony echo to on the dark and your movement because they are who say and penny for an casano and yeah who be no more game because how can you tell me say 10 ne 5 for so say 10 and then this is logical it is a deeper way to know catch the figures I don't know what sense does it make.
Okay,
what did the American say now the amidi where you see and ya pass a Okada bill. Meaning, where I'm with you, where you tena hatchra drain, Aluta Utra radio so. I can't some say a bad boy in now. And now road safety for report to a debium de basse, major cause of accident on our highways, any other didn't know a Okada and some meboa. Then politics in tea. I feel they are yem rama or more. Eba ma omwenya kwine. And yet, the Ebeko sweat. Yemma or mine who dodges, as I said. Or mine no, I'll put you. Then your road safety to a day. Report to the Babana Yentimin so because of politics in India. Nay,
okay, within we mammy, Nafi, time Kakaka and Fanfa Corsan.
May I say, you any acquaintance outside their mammy? Really, Eddie Kine, Mamma Asante Mine. Hey, Ghana, you know.
And she riot fan.
Because Yenuya Bema Daddy Lumba and they saw them our mother some crack Yamabusian phone so Yako na with their first two Yenuya Poliando for Kakra.
Me, I collect 2 penny
Alpha. Oh, I saw something to me for Libya. Only was on the say or the Bruning Kwan on the it was what take his side. But we didn't take his side.
Abdusalam, now over here.
I'm against what the family did.
Yes,
okay, yes.
Against
take his side.
No, me.
I'm sure.
Now Israel, any Iran phone talk about Muhammad, sorry, I'm good. I'm a near Israel for credible crowd.
You know, it's Yama in I console. And we discussion our questions. Ghana for Uncle who said Yama as a sanka crankakra, your baby muno. Though meet me to Hanum saying Casa NDC buy no Bibia el cost ye. There's no way. I meet my bet na Casa NDC buy no Bibia de Ghana 4 penno ye in at the moment. But on say O bon catie a young semuma ye in Mako. Until I started yin name Mako and then maybe a year Mako Senebeya a Santa Mana Ghana in a bill send this buy no Yamba be almost fracadam. Tell the MPP are buying see woman. nti minim say asantamane Ghana nyina to NDC atum ufa bibia is a Ghana nyina da no construction ayo site Ghana bibia obehu na hu enra na me won kran me ba me drew nsawam I'm serious John Dramani mama enti sikay pa MPP for to come dem contract e pan ka say ka contract e wie kwan da dawo because we hwe anadwo enra around by 7 no maso so mon kanea no na mo ye adwuma and I'm saying yes Yera Mahama or see ade a wo yo ampa na wo hwe me fa kageti anso so last week before sembe kon kran no fa kageti a phase 2 no adwuma guso e koso ho no
yo di mamento adwuma no so ha kwabra ye fa course no e wo ha anopa ma ye fa course kakra so
me chamo for me
bacho me pame watch na ba hello good morning
listen
boss bacho dini ba bia kasa free
am bacho Jamal ni me do mate
yo yentio
ma mencha the original chairman na Nakoti na mencha Kwabre is MC honorable Jesse Pamankwa Adejama DC honorable Ayama na Polando kate filling station bia goel ebo nkona ntime bisa so omo time na me price ye pa na won MPP for you omo ade ade omo beye bia ye but omo free to no party for banana for ye de anye ye wo krom ejoso ha ye mo ko to mo constituency election obi di ko de injance beto so to mo butu ko to ye so content and event because of the mra enye ejuma the same thing SRT wo madam Mr. Hwan no ko dubu da bo ko je injection ebe to so mo paso ko dubu no na mra enye ejuma mo tam na port de na mutu ni na mo MPP mo ta na enye ejuma yesi ko se di assembly ti mutu ka se di o mra port so no bie ni ho bie na no kata and mo bie ma no mo president report o mo meka bi ma
okay me da say ma unu abi sombra hello good morning
hello Aluta
yes boss
Aluta sorry me do good today Aluta mama mo ni ejuma wo bo ejuma na me ntend this for what atuma kwa mo nyina o say wo wa o ti lecture na o de for ando afusi pa Aluta for ando mo say de eno mbeka sapa o we juma ira do Germany Mahama ni NDC aban ni bodia ene Polando mo beja wo mu kasa tenten say di wo mu kasa ya because aban papa say ni yehwehwe aba Ghana fo to ye no omu nu wo mo ho kra de biara da Ghana fo hu na mamu papa ira do Germany Mahama ebu enu ti ye say by election ya ye koi e wo pandan ni adi pandan for say amamu papa kai si ho e ko de ebo ho nya kai si ho no mo ni adi so what I say.
Okay, hello, good morning.
Yes.
Bacho yo yenti odombote.
Media member of Paso. I direct chairman chief of staff. One of Julia W.
Hello.
Yes, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir. Nyameti ase yenti o.
You man
okay.
And before money we ask for how I just have to look at the entire different cabinet. The motel, more boys, Jeffo, Namuku, and Robert the executive man.
Good morning.
Good morning, Eva.
You, me bacho yenti o.
From a large mapi.
You, yenti ala haji.
Obipe. The show your zebra.
Hello.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning, boss.
Yes, I'm bacho yenti o.
Yeah, kup domo tene. Wuni man dini ye crowd. Kakra meka ne say. Na you Aminia Kwaliando. No aka be say UG. Your friends say we check up. Won say say afede hono e come out. Won say o kan wasem. O ho de oba ayaso. Your friends say UG abaso. Abra na your friends say hono na ye MPP wa bama na ye kan ho asem no. Mo jefe kwa na musira collect ne you kan mo ma ho. Oh. And Sabrina, yet is Yanka and this 100% too. A bit of me and this never to work on. What do you mean 100%? But acquire a bayako. Now, the NDC, a Juma Wobonwa. Wafa, see, can 1 year Kurana, Baya Baya, Wafa. Metmark is 95 and 85%. Metmark can direct a comma, it's in a Baya Bakunina. Don't know why I didn't. Yamabaso.
Okay, me da se ahomanse ne sia nyamia na efiri mo ho nyame na mekate no na mamenka se afi eba na wie na December 13 di roughly in best 18 days na fe no eba na wie wo de oyire ene umma ene ukunu no bedi dipeche na wadwen oni bie ni no nyanka no a wonom so wo ho a woni obia no eno na se ne afi bia no nhira fam ye no nhira bodu esre wada yenkekan ho ye se ya atade se ye mpaboa se ye
aduane ya anwa ye mo say ye sika na dwetani awo bia no fa be boa se de be yankwada won so woni bie no won so ye betimi de se de ahye won no afono ema me so fa number we 055 006 8822 055 006 8822 na oye make attend say o send sika no din e beba no Clement Ayisa appear. Clement Ayisa appear. So as a monogram na we use wa. O number na 055 282 7834. 055-282-7834 na yenyina yemwa na saa nkwada no a wo ya ka adwamu no yebetimi de sede ahye wafono ma but your top tier study abroad consult semen kan tell say amanoni kro bia waye wadwen so pese okọ na onwumasua okwaje ntete wo ho na so wadwuma pemu ube fit straight into the world of work no wonom na wo boa ho ti say ye Germany, United Kingdom, Canada, France, Spain, Malta, Australia, and South Korea. No top tier study abroad consult. I crowd say Obeboa. Kumasi Hamakum any big one Bank of Africa. Or number your from Obeji and so on. 026 0411 487 026 0411 847 Accra ebe hu omo ewo opposite Medina Poly Clinic and Atakra den so no wo ben NK City Night Club na kai national so se nyame eya adomo a Obuase Beaches any Love FM night with the stars no ebenya abaso nyame eya adoma Christmas Day December 25 Retreat Park and aye call ye ne adwomtofo Kukudan Beaches se kwadwantwi Kofi Kinata Kidi ofuri amponsa kwabena ene Jackie num nyina ena ekwa akohwe bom ye ne otena ase unya ice cubes ne kakra ne de lime kakra sum oji Obuase Beaches no a no aka na ato so na fe wo enjoy dwom no a ekoso kama na so wu se wotimi ababi prices no so aye je no they from VIP cra they say Abdul Niponom any Hussein mo beko VIP na just 400 Ghana cedis and yeah you beko regular no so no 200 Ghana cedis pe na yetimi akwaji aniama bibia timi akoso pacho say opese wo de short code na to ticket no star 714 star 399 hash star 714 hash star 714 star 399 hash na onso wetimi ato ticket na ma bibia akokama odo wani chirem wo Poku Trading Supermarket ewo adum Total fuel station ewo Anwaga Junction Jivendi Restaurant ewo Kumasi City Mall Ratri Park ewo Danyame ABC Mat ewo Patase na Oba Love FM ne Insha FM ye front desk hanso awonsa ebetumi akabi all these places no kwa awonsa ebeka ticket ne bi na onso night with the stars no say ni je ne yentimi ye onso do ho agim sika osika me pa cho obe dial star 281 hash na fi wako option 2 coupon bia 5 Ghana cedis dodo na obeto no na be kire sika udie na bibia atumi akokama adwuma ko we no ni pibia aka na eso ya sene ma yede ene Kukurantumi no Kukurantumi ebrewo nonkron abo apa ho sima mienu ye ko Abdul na wo ka bibi quick rate abana ye fa time me chama wo for me na what ye chama me chama papa salam she what okay poyando me da se no pay say oba you were saying something but that's it. We saying so, Madam Sepa said, Mobile Boy, no pay. Your friend Aluta, they could hear the one when you're much with upon young way, young far and Chamber Premier Chance of any year. Rich and the team, no, at was now, or more the quality sports, passports at was.